an opportunity that we can't pass on.
Day toru here at the Secondary School Nationals, and it is moving day for both single A's and double A's. Firstly, on the double A's, which you can catch on court 3 and 4, they're rounding out their pool play before they get into the playoffs tomorrow. And then for the single A girls, which we're about to see, it's their last day of pool play before semi-finals tomorrow morning. We've got Te Kura o Te Koutou taking on Aquinas College. Can't wait to bring it from you live. We'll see you shortly. No mai, haere mai, welcome to Fly Palmy Arena. Ko Andrew Horrocks, toko ingoa, alongside Pokahau Short. Pokahau, welcome to Fly Palmy Arena for day toru. Great to have you here.
Ngā mihi nui, and today we have such an interesting and honestly an exciting game we have here on the main courts in the CET Arena. Ko rātou tēnā ko Te Kura Kaupapa Māori o Te Koutou, and they are going up against Aquinas College, two very powerful teams that we have on the court here.
Absolutely, and we'll get into the Aquinas College team list. Firstly, number 2, Milan Gardner. Number 3, Kalia Gardner-Hano. Number 4, Sophie Rogers. Number 5, Anika Cartwright. 6, Olivia Malone. Number 7, Shadeen McDonald. Number 8, Emma Rogers. Number 9, Kayleen Gardner. 13, Marika Riranui. And 18, Isabella Gillard. Head coach, Mike Rogers. Assistant coach, Maru Riranui. And the manager is Greg Gillard.
Ngā mihi ka huri atu kia tātou kia Te Kura Kaupapa Māori o Te Koutou. Number 3, we have Kylie Kaio. Number 6, we have Waiheke Kohunui. We have number 8, Amaya Edwards. Number 9, Teriana Morrison. Number 12, we have Waikimihia Douglas Karauna. Number 37, Teia Douglas Kingi. 38, Teia Grace. 39, Arihia Bennett. Number 40, we have Tyler Jazz, India McGarvey Thompson, aroha mai. Number 41, Ngahirata Haumaha. Number 42, Mārewa Wairea Tāmai. And our coach will be Moana Douglas. Assistant coach will be Aroha Haumaha, as well as our manager, Zana Mariah Douglas Karona.
Well, we finally get a heavyweight matchup on the show court. These were the top 2 schools in qualifying. Te Kura o Te Koutou taking down Aquinas 88-78 in qualifiers. We take a look at the referees, Tamalia Blackburn and Jack Brown. Both teams undefeated as well thus far this week. As we get underway, and Te Kura o Te Koutou ball.
Quick start there to put up a nice fast layup for number 41 being Mrs. Ngahirata Haumaha, ka pai kia koe hine.
Here comes Sophie Rogers for Aquinas. Little flare screen there for Emma as she's able to turn the corner to the hoop. Off the Papamuri and the tūrapa to Te Kura o Te Koutou.
Waiheke Kohunui with the ball currently driving to the hoop. Nice cut there, will get a nice float, manages to just fly out. And the ball will be back to the hands of Te Kura o Te Koutou. Ka pai nā Waiheke te pōro. Goes in outside to Mārewa. For a fake jump shot there. And it's a drive in nicely, puts it up. And kua ngana iaia ngā rua piro mō Te Koutou. Currently 4-0 Te Koutou winning.
No pressure in the full court there on Aquinas. Fake the handoff, looking for a little give and go is Emma Rogers. Back into an on ball from Gillard to the hoop and draws the hara. And she will shoot a pair of kuru tautukus.
Ai te ahune kua ngana I aia number 41, I believe, ngahirata for that, for the foul.
Tahi kuru tautuku is short off the tapa. Kuru tautuku is good.
Ka pai te koutu with the ball coming down the right end, giving it back to Waiheke. Yes, it's going to be an interesting game. I've heard good things about Okainis. They've been one of the most powerful teams. Waikimiha managed to sneak it through though, well done. Well, yes, again, Okainis, I've seen the boys team play and I heard that they were also just as good. So seeing the girls here, beautiful spin move.
Well, it's a potential final matchup with this one. The top two teams in the North Island qualifiers. There's a beautiful finish there for Aquinas with their first actual basket of the game.
To the kokona there. He kuru. Oh, kua pai. Beautiful three-pointer there from our girl on the end. And that was, of course, number 42, I believe. Mārewa Wairea Tāmau.
Early on ball there into Gillard, into another screen from Sophie Rogers. Here is Emma. And gets called for the travel.
Oh yeah, we don't yet have our kupu for a travel, I believe, unless we got on that.
What would you say that it is?
I te ahune, so travelling in the game essentially is just extra steps. So you'll just call it either a hikoikoi or a haerenga, meaning a going. Waikimi here with the ball. Nice dish into the middle there. And let's just slide it in, ngahirata.
Perfect back cut there from the 45. Here come Aquinas, already down 8. Only 2 minutes into this game. Sophie Rogers to the hoop, draws the header and one. Perfect response there from Sophie Rogers to convert. A bit of Oaha there from Te Kura Tukotu. Interference. And
that
converts the Kurufifi, not the Kurufifi Toru, the Kuru Tautuku. 11-6.
Okay, with the long pass. Kaurua Tukiroto i te ki. Puts it up and will draw the two hudders as well. And they'll welcome number 42 there, Mārewa ki te Rāringi Kuru Tautuku to the free throw line.
First huddle there on Aquinas. We have another look here on the action replay. 2-on-2 opportunity. Spin and draws contact.
Kua pai te Kuru Tautuku tuatahi. First one goes in. We also have our supporting boys enter just on the opposite end of the court. The boys of Dakota coming to support their team. I believe we have the boy Aquinas somewhere. Nice, there they are.
Here come Aquinas, again looking for that early on ball off Gillard. Emma Rogers off the twist screen, rejects the dribble handoff. And just caught a little bit in their spacing there. Aquinas again trying to find Emma Rogers. Good defense, a little bit of a face guard. Puts around the initial defender into the corner. Kurufifi Toru. Long off the tapa and the offensive tūrapa once again into the hands of Sophie Rogers.
Low on defense now to Koutsu with a few of them just on the outside. But Waikimi is there for the rebound. Pai atu ki taua taha o te kōti. Waikimi here cutting through. He kuru tauwhiwhi toru pēr, kua pai aia. Pēr kuru whiwhi toru from Waikimi here. You can hear te koutu there. Bit of a celebration. They call it a toru on their bench. I've been hearing them all tournament.
Offensive hara there, just a moving screen on Isabella Gillard. And the referees have done a really good job this week of calling that.
Kapai Miss Kyle will be passing the ball in. Waiheke is the point guard. Outside. Kaurua Tukiroto engari ka raua Tukiwaho. Spin. Nothing is called. The ball is alive. Engari kua tau i aia. just stepped outside of the line there of the baseline. Where ka whakahuki atu to Aquinas.
I'm enjoying the full court pressure here from Te Kura Katotu as here come the Rogers sisters off a little on ball. And you can definitely tell who the crowd is going for in this one. Off the tapa, the offensive tūrapa, and it is going to stay Aquinas ball as the hara is called on Te Kotu. But every day I feel like the show court just gets louder and louder. Starts off very quiet, all the action's behind us, and then as we get into the business end of the tournament.
I pātai ki e te o ngā kura. I did end up asking a bit of our kura that's been here if they like this court, and the majority of them say no until there's people here. When there's people in here, they really love it. They love the attention. They don't like it when it's empty. So I reckon the more we get into this tournament, the more our students are going to love being on this court.
Here comes Sophie Rogers for Aquinas. Head down, draws the hara. And that is going to be hara number 4 on Te Kura Kotu. So we have a look at the Aquinas bench there, looking very, I don't know, locked in is probably the term I would use. And we're going to see Wahika taken, timeout. And that'll be by Te Kura Kotu with a big lead as well, already to 10 points.
I believe just due to the many fouls that they are drawing, bit of a physical game this is. Engari it seems that, yes, there we go, we can see how Te Kura Kotu. Put your hands up in the air, waving like you just don't care. Engari you got to put them up in order to not draw those fouls, and especially so early in the game. It's only been 4 minutes and a half into this game, and e whāinga fouls. Hara I te mea nui tērā, that's not something that you really want. But yes, again, with the lead, 10-point lead currently, I am indeed a proud Kotu student to be watching this game right now.
Nothing wrong with that. I think one of my favorite things about this tournament is the former pupils or parents that come down and support and I guess keep the legacy alive in the next generation of kaitakaro.
Tautoko I ngā kōrero, I agree. Ka pai, coming back onto the court now will be to Aquinas.
A pair of kurutatukus here for Sophie Rogers. And had a couple of big games as well. Has not scored under 30 points yet in this tournament. Had 48 against Te Kura Kaupapa Māori o Te Kura Kaukari. Scores in bunches.
Aye. Waiheke just finding her way in, dribbling in, puts it over. Unfortunately, hits the tapa, rai whai tūrapa rātou Aquinas. Making her way down patiently. Back into the corner. Oh, unfortunately, it will be out of bounds there, just by the foot.
I do like that punch screen, though, there from Aquinas. So punch screen for people at home, it's a screen towards the sideline. Usually pick and roll will be towards the middle, the teeth of the defense.
Looking here inside. Fortunately, the ball is lost.
Sophie Rogers couldn't locate it there for a second, eventually ends up in her hands. Great kick out, and again, just standing out. Just a little bit of nerves here for Aquinas early. But at least I like the option of draw defenders and kick to the corner, and then we'll go from there.
They managed to get that in twice. And it's just very unfortunate that they're stepping outside, but the plan is working. Well, can we hear with the little cuts and managed to get those kuru e rua.
Aquinas again asking for the punch screen. Rejects it, does Emma Rogers. Just getting caught a little bit with their spacing as here Sophie finds a little bit of a lane and one. And a little bit of sportsmanship as well there from the opposition, just helping her up. As we have another look here on the action replay. Just a little handoff with her sister.
Ko ia tērā, Waiheke reached in just a bit behind.
And we're going to see a timeout taken here. Waiheke from Aquinas this time, and a chance to plug the Caltex Good Sport Award. So this is someone who is getting nominated for a person who's gone above and beyond at this tournament. Make sure you get your nominations in through the BBNZ socials. That could be Facebook, Instagram, Twitter. Maybe you could email Jay as well if you want to, but I'm sure his emails are pretty stacked up at the moment. But entries do close tonight at 11:59 p.m. So if you are going to nominate someone, make sure you get it in nice and early. Pokaho, is there anyone that you would nominate that you've noticed the last couple of days has gone above and beyond?
Is this in terms of our staff here at CT Arena?
Yeah, we'll go people who are here. We won't go BBNZ staff or our commentators.
Okay, we'll go with possibly our coffee makers.
Oh, I like that one.
I have my coffee here next to me. I've had a coffee, maybe 2-3 coffees a day since I've been here. They're keeping me quite alive. Not too sure how much sports they get up to. Engarira, they're doing really good with their coffee making skills. Perhaps a new coffee machine. Ngari koe ara anō atu ki whakaaro.
So a kuru tatuku to come here from Sophie Rogers. Did convert the first. So it'll only be one shot. And it converts. And back to a 7-point game. As we're going to see Emma Rogers back in the game for Shadeen McDonald.
Kapaina, we have full court defense now. Trying to lay on a bit more pressure, kindness to Takotsu. Cuts down the middle. Drives into the basket there. Ngari kare I whai kei te pai.
As away comes Emma Rogers. She was MVP at under-18 nationals. I think she had over 50 on Harbour at one point. A lot of very talented wahine in this game as leaves that one short. Away come Takura Takotu.
Right, well done, Waikimi here. Standing strong with her hands up. Exactly what our coaches were talking about in Takotu. Beautiful reverse layup there. They'll give them an extra 2 points ahead. Engarira, they're still counting at the 5-foul bonus for a kindness. No reira, kare rata te pirangi I ngā hara. Don't want any more hara going on. Oh, and there's my commentating curse, perhaps. Unfortunate.
It's good to get that one out of the way early, especially in game one. And Takura Takotu in the bonus. Emma Rogers is going to go to the line. Had 30 in game number one and then 22 in the last game. But that's always the way, though. If you are going to get those extra free throws, you've got to be able to convert to really make the defense pay. As she misses a couple.
Waike rushing down the court on the right side. Puts it out for nice cuts. But unfortunately, we have a bit of a tall guard. Keeps the ball alive. Waikimi here, kuru whiwhi tori pea. Comes off the tapa, but gets the tūrapa Takotu. And the call will go back to Takotu's ball. You can hear our Kotu boys celebrate there on the background in the stand. Supporting our kōtiro, our young wahine playing in this tournament. Great pass to the Kokona. Waikimi here managed to get it back. Steps up. Fortunately, it will be a bit short. Hoki atu ki a kindness.
Needed that Aquinas just to get themselves a little bit of momentum, but as well for Takura Takotu gives them a chance to set up their defense. A little bit of full court pressure here on Sophie Rogers. Sends her teammate through to the other side. She wants to attack on the right. And just tip past there, away comes Takuta.
Waike draws in, it is a bit long, keeps the rebound. Kapai Kongane goes around our defenders there. Seemed as though she was trying to find a pass, and Aquinas Didn't think she was looking for it too, but puts it up nicely.
Emma Rogers, she's going to come off an early on ball. Decides to reject it. Rolls back into it. Steps back. Kuruwhiwhi Toru. Long off the tapa to get to her own turapa. Off the Papamuri and the tapa. Turapa to Kura to Kotu.
Beautiful
and then a big
intercept.
steal from Sophie Rogers. And draws the hara.
Ka pai tāhua nei, kua whiwhi aia, tōna hara tua rua, tua toru rānei, tua rua. So that's her second hara of this game, number 42. Of the Kotu being Mārewa Wairea.
Again, just looking for the kupu word for intercept.
Intercepts.
What would it be?
Ah, he tāhai pia, a steal. You could call that a tāhai in terms of stole the ball from the pass. So tāhai. Waiheke comes up, pass it back out with no defenders. Strong pressure there in the key, blocking.
Great kick ahead to Sophie Rogers. Bit of contact there, but just evades it and in off the Papamuri. Nice and simple.
Beautiful reverse layup there from Waikimi here. She managed to get a few of those in. It's as if she's just mastered that technique of reverse hand layups. Beautiful defense from Takotu, sticking to their players. Unfortunately, that will be a foul drawn for Miss Kaio. Ka pai he kōrero ki aia Kaio from Coach Moana Douglas. And the first one goes in.
Welcome points here for Isabella Gillard. As we have a look at St. John's that are just walking below us, and we've got a dinosaur head with the fairy wings. Got to think maybe, is that an initiation for a younger player, or is it someone who's done something silly the day before and they've got to wear it the whole day? There's a great basket there for Takura Takotu. Might have to do some investigating to find out the answer to that. Great on ball for Emma Rogers. Thought she might pull up for the mid-range, decides against it. Sophie Rogers to the hoop off the Papamuri, no good. Gillard again hits the tapa and the Papamuri in eventually for the Kuru Whakau.
Long pass there. Waikimi here gets it, draws the foul and one. Ka whaia hine, you can hear Takotu cheering up with that one. I love hearing how good our kura are at supporting one another, especially on the bench. Whether or not they're just subbed out, they're still a part of the game. That oral support is all you ever really need. Waikimi here. Kua pai.
Such a coach killer as well. You get the tough basket down one end, and then to give up something so quickly down the other makes it tough as Rogers is stripped. And will stay quite in the sport.
Just flicked out of her hand for Waikimi here. Ka pai, Kuruwhiwhi Toru pia. Nails
Sophie
it.
Rogers, Kuruwhiwhi Toru. Pukaiho, Takuru Otukotu. Outside of basketball, what sports do they play a lot of there?
They are really good high-level hockey teams. They're really good hockey teams as well as kiorahi. Kiorahi and hockey have been one of the biggest sports in Te Koutsu. Unfortunately, we don't have a rugby team, and we wanted to get a volleyball team done. Engari rā, we just stuck with what we're really good at, and that is basketball, hockey, and kiorahi. Ka pai Miss Waiheke for the first. Oh, aroha mai ka, Miss Amaya Edwards for the first free throw. Kurutau tuku tuarua. Fortunately doesn't get it, but Waikimi here is there for the tūrapa. Finds her way in, drives, and will draw the foul there, number 41. Ngahi Rata Haumaha draws the foul, but it will be from the baseline.
I remember last year as well, I was made aware Te Kura Kaupapa Māori o Ruamata, a very strong hockey school as well.
Aye. A bit of a Ruamata and Te Koutu have a bit of a rivalry in Rotorua. Ka whai, the first one is good. Miss Ngahirata. Ka whai ko ngana I aia ngā piro e rua. 20 seconds left on our first quarter. I haven't been watching the time. That went quite fast, honestly.
It's been great. Both teams, anytime you're over 20 points in the quarter, you're pretty happy. Te Kura Te Koutu to get to 31 is a fantastic start. Should be final possession here. Gets stripped, Emma Rogers. Great defensive hustle. And that shot is off the Papamuri, no good. So quarter number tahi in the books. Te Kura Te Koutu 31, Aquinas College 20. Pukaho, what do you think Te Koutu has done so well in quarter one that's got them out to this 11-point lead?
Ko tāku noa is that they are very capable of doing very sneaky cuts within the key. I've seen many of them succeed, and they're not really afraid to rush through against these tall players. As you can see, Te Koutu is made up of, sorry to sugarcoat Te Koutu, aroha mai te whānau ki te koanga, sorry for this, engari rā, Te Koutu made up of younger students, though using that to their advantage, making themselves very sneaky behind the tall defense of Aquinas. And to me, Aquinas is making their way in the key on their side. Engari rā, they're not shooting enough on the outside. I've seen 2 shots be made, 3 shots maybe from Aquinas, and that is just, they've made 2 of them so far, and I believe they should try keep pushing for those 3s. And that's due to Koutu having a strong woman-to-woman, wahine-to-wahine defense.
What's intriguing for me as well, Te Koutu, we're in the bonus there in quarter number 1. So we're going to see how much that foul trouble potentially comes into play as this game wears on. Good chance, of course, to plug some sponsors. Firstly, our presenting sponsor, Foot Locker, and all this vision brought to you on Whakata Māori. Big thank you to Bailey's, New Zealand Carbon Farming, 4 Winds, Celtics, NZCT, Lion Foundation, Molten, the official basketball, and then as well, don't forget, they're not quite on the sheet, but Girls Got Game, a great initiative from Basketball New Zealand. Go see Crystal, buy some merchandise, get a nice hoodie, got some great colours in there as well. Probably nothing that I can pull off, but for the more fashionable people around, something to aspire to.
Ai, ngā mihi nui ki ngā kai āwhina. Thank you guys so much for allowing this amazing event to happen. Without you guys, we wouldn't be able to stream to our whānau that couldn't make it here to Palmy, to CET Arena. Ara hoki, we wouldn't be able to feed these tamariki. We wouldn't be able to host such a beautiful event to allow these rangatahi to show off their amazing skills in basketball.
Just running around the clock, We are going around the clock, but running around the courts. Westlake up at quarter time over Wellington 32-23, and then St. Kitts up against Napier. So if you are around, I know it's very sunny outside, come on down, watch some of the best basketball in the country. And there's 10 courts going at the moment, some fantastic games. It only gets better each and every day as we make our way to finals. Of course, Single A finals day tomorrow. And then double A's, they are going through to Saturday. So come on down and watch some incredible basketball. As we see a 3-2 defense here from Te Kura Te Koutu. Now into a matchup wahine to wahine. Off the backboard, off the Papamuri. And good there for Gillard to get Aquinas underway in quarter 2.
You can see that the Koutu have backed off just a little bit for their defense in terms of Aquinas trying to score some points there. Just don't want to draw any more fouls. I believe starting the second quarter or having the second quarter a bit foulless will be a real big thing for Te Koutu this time around.
Sophie Rogers there with the maka paitaha, so that is the throw-in. Trying to add a little bit of more kupu each and every day.
Right, he pai te rongo I tō reo. There we go, that's exactly what I was talking about. Me whai a rātou Aquinas. Some more threes, some kuru whiwhi toru, allowing them to catch up just a little bit more. Waiheke with the ball. Waikimi here, returning. And it will hit the back of the rim. Kei te pai. Tūrapa will go to Aquinas.
Olivia Malone comes down with that. That last shot from Sophie Rogers had ice on it. That one had some serious arc as here she is in the right corner. A little shimmy along the baseline. And one thing I would like to see, maybe Milan Gardner could have had a 45 cut there for a layup.
Aye.
But that's all right.
Intercept,
Take it.
unfortunately. Waiheke will knock it out.
Toru point far on the shot clock. Still plenty of time. Couple dribbles if they need to off the catch. If they don't go for a catch and shoot. Rogers finds her sister. A little step through off the Papamuri, hits the tapa. And the hara is called. That is going to be the tahi hara in Korarua. So having a look here on the action replay. Nice little rip and go.
Ka whakahoki te pōro ki a rātou a kindness. Just on the baseline now. Outside. Tries to snatch the ball. Good movement here from Aquinas.
Emma Rogers steps through. That is going to be an offensive hara.
Ka pai kua ngana i rā te Koutsu to snatch the ball back. Aquinas closing in the lead just now, closing towards the lead. 6 points behind now. Let's see what the Koutsu can make up with this. Tease it off, Engari Kau, his spin move, ka ngana i aia, te Reikuru, giving themselves 2 points. Moriora.
Here comes Sophie Rogers, a little hesitation with the left hand. Great find. And great finish from Olivia Malone. Adding some more kupu pukaiho. What would assist be in te reo?
Awhina.
Awhina. Love that word.
All right, hey, Awhina, my, who is number 8, Emma Rogers. Ka pai. Waikimi tips it in again. Just a nice little floater there.
This game has a life and energy. Here's Sophie Rogers.
Not only energy in the stadium, but energy on the courts as well. You can hear our wahine yelling at each other, talking to each other, communicating thoroughly, trying to create better openings for their team. Having a bit of a struggle to get that rebound, and Ngari kua ngana i aia. Emma with the fake.
Oh, the little spin, and the hara is drawn. Just a little bit too much part on that one. We talk about it every year. Day 3, it's when everything starts to truly heat up. The top seeds start matching up against each other. And it's where it really starts becoming good fun. As the first of the Kurutatukus and not converted. Pukaiho, the Māori school in the background that we can see there on the baseline that's watching. I can't quite make out which school it is, but do you know which one that is?
It's maybe Kōkiri, maybe? I believe it may be Kura Kōkiri. I remember seeing those colours on the courts next door yesterday. I'm not too sure. White, red and black. Ka pai ka hoki atu kia Waikimi hea mo ngā kurutautuku. Ara kua ngana i aia, ngā mea e rua. Gets both of them in.
Here's Emma Rogers.
Lovely communication on the court. Hands are up, Waiheke.
I mean, defensively, this is what you want to coach, as we see a travel is called. Interesting. Thought she had tripped over a foot.
Oh, me too.
Not deemed. As we have another look here on the action replay.
No, it seemed as though she just lost her balance a bit from the ball snatch that Waiheke tried to do. Seems...
Referees must have deemed that the player was stationary, therefore it was the offensive player who just tripped over it. But fair enough, Mike Rogers allowed to ask the question. If the referees have got a good explanation, then we all agree with it. So that is going to be the second Waiheke for Te Kura o Te Koutu. Interesting decision to take it this early in the second quarter. As we have a look there on the team bench. And maybe a future player at these tournaments sitting there in the background. Already got the ice cream. Happy days.
Happy days. No, this is one of the most interesting games I have been able to commentate on. Not too far of a lead, and both teams are more than capable of taking the lead back from one another. Kapai, both teams coming out now. It will be Te Kura o Te Koutu passing the ball in. Waiheke, number 6.
Maka Paitaha, sideline throw-in.
Kapai drives in outside. He kuru 50 toru pea. Kuanga nei, aia Waikimihia. Toru.
Need an answer here. Aquinas out to a 14-point lead for Te Kura o Te Koutu. Rogers, the pass is tipped. Ends up in the hands of Gardner. Sophie Rogers, Kuruwhiwhi Toru. Off the tapa and away come Te Kura o Te Koutu.
Waiheke o mai ki taua ki. Rushes in, couldn't find the opening, and the travel will be caught, unfortunately. Kia rā te haerenga, te hi koi koi.
Giving up the Mauporo there. Possession. Here comes Sophie Rogers again. Still looking like a 2-1-2 zone here for Te Kura o Te Koutu. Great take, and McDonald off the tapa.
Almost got the hara there. I did almost see that.
I like that offensive set there, though, from Aquinas College.
And the travel again, they're hiding anō. Ngari rā, we can't argue with our refs down there. They know what they're doing, that it is their job.
Here's Emma Rogers. Feel like there's been an early on ball here from McDonald. Does so, trying to drag the defender over to Sophie Rogers. Baseline defender steps up. Too late.
Okay, Waikimihia. It seems as though a foul has been called. Subs are coming in. Ko whakawhiti a rātou. Number 3, Miss Kaio will be returning into the court for Amaya Edwards.
Still wahine to wahine defense here from Aquinas.
Waikimihia with the ball. Drives in. Ngari ko fight the tūrapa. Returns with the tūrapa, and the foul will be going to Aquinas Kapai. And reira ko hoki te poro ki a rātou a te Koutu.
And it looks like that's going to be Hara number Toru. No, number 5 there on McDonald.
Waikimihia, ka whai ai ngā piro e rua anō with a lovely layup there. He rei kuru.
Rogers off the on-ball. Great defense there to push her way up and above the screen.
Lovely screen there. Powerful screen indeed.
Emma Rogers with the cross. Off the tapa, fight for the tūrapa.
And the ball will be for Te Koutu. Kapai ko hoki ats kia Waiheke. Tāhua nei kua karanga hia. He Wahiki, just a bit of a timeout there from Aquinas. Te Koutu with a bit of a lead, 43-27. What do we think so far? What's the timeout for?
I think it's just the offensive spacing of Aquinas. We're seeing there's a lot of attention being paid to the Rogers sisters. So potentially, can they create something, get into that second level of the defense, maybe get some cutters as we see the Te Koutu Tane on screen there, but can they just use them as distractions, get some cutters to the hoop and behind the defense? Maybe pass it into them, get some easier shots. At the moment, it just feels like the attention's staying on the ball handlers, and it's making it a little bit tough for Aquinas to get some extra points.
Cheeky boys, I te ahuanei, they are definitely going to get a growling from our principal.
Just to check in from the other courts, Napier boys up 32-31 over St Kitts. There's 2 minutes to go in the second quarter on that one.
Oh, really?
And then, yeah, that game's really caught up because we started a long way before they did.
Yeah.
And then on court 3, Westlake boys up 44-29 over Wellington College. Miles Pearce and Kayla Manu Irarangi on the call on that one.
Ka pai ka hoki mai ki tēnei o ngā kēmu. He kuru whiwhi toru engari ka whai aia. Passes it into the middle of the key, just outside of our kuru tautuku line. Long pass at opposite end. Unfortunately, it will be a bit long.
So miscommunication there from Aquinas. That's okay, it happens.
Ka whai bringing it back. Waikimi here. Bit of good movement. And there we go, the bit of a miscommunication yet again. And it will be a nice and easy layup there for Miss Sophie Rogers.
And that's what you need when you're trying to get back into this game. If you can get a couple of easy baskets, get some momentum.
He could have Pipi Tori Waikimi here, doing it like she's done it for her entire life. Well, she basically has, knowing her as my cousin.
And that's what you can't give up once you get those easy baskets. The Kuru Whiwhi Toru. It is a backbreaker in these tournaments.
Te kuru o te koutu, showing good defense until that moment for the open 3.
I like that look there for Aquinas. Good shot.
Quite a lovely screen there. Trying to find her way to the baseline, but cuts it for another Kuru Whiwhi Toru. Waikimi here, Douglas on fire at the moment. And nothing is drawn. Good posture there, driving her way in, Waiheke. And will draw the foul. Araka haere atu ki te rāringi Kuru Tautuku. Our free throw line for 2 shots.
Mike Rogers asking if that's not just the same call that we saw down the other end, but sometimes it's just about the angle that the players take, and good for the referees to be able to explain that to the players. Always a fan of the referees being able to have a little korero and explain themselves. Just helps keep the nature on the court nice and civil.
Oh, beautiful cut there.
Again, nice action from Aquinas.
Ai, aroha mai, me ki te au I tau replay aroha mai. I did see a few steps be taken early on in the game. Unfortunately, the camera didn't catch that early moment. I seen a bit of a four-step before bouncing. Engari rā, I'll leave it to our refs. It was just quite a funny capture there from Waiheke.
Rogers off the on ball. Gets into the second line of the defense, is stripped, but it'll stay Aquinas ball. As we're having a look here at the start. Yeah. It's a long way down to Palmy.
There will be the 2 shots for number 18, Isabella Gillard. Is it Gillard? I apologise.
I've enjoyed watching Isabella Gillard. Moves very well without the ball. Usually finds herself in the right space. And that is Hara number 4 on, I believe, Kali Kaio. So there's a few players in foul trouble very early on in this one as Gillard converts the first Kuritatuku.
Aye, many fouls tend to happen in these tournaments in the early games, but then the third quarter is where they start to simmer down a bit. Beautiful cut there to Waikimi here. Unfortunately, just comes off the top of there, manages to steal it back. Outside to Waiheke. Drives her way in outside. Ka whai ai te kuru tuku toru. Aroha mai, I did forget my vocabulary there. Kuru whiwhi toru, au e taukiri e. My vocab.
Here's Rogers once again off an on ball. Twists it. Step through with the left hand. And sometimes it just feels like they're trying to do a little bit too much.
There we are, nice cut there. In the middle, just another reverse layup, showing it. We are Maya Edwards, rushing down the court now, nice and speedy.
Kuruwhiwhi Toru is up and is short off the tapa. Fight for the tūrapa, whose foot did it come off? Aquinas, and it will be Te Kuruwhiwhi ball.
I wasn't too sure whether it was a timeout being called or just a substitution. There were many players moving off and on the court in that split second.
Both teams using up all of their timeouts very early
Aye.
in this quarter. So 2 minutes to play here in quarter number 2.
Into a beautiful cut there, just on the inside of the baseline, drawing the hara as well for the kuru tautsuku. Ka pai ko hoki mai a Maya Edwards ki te rāringi kuru tautsuku, coming back to the free throw line. Kia rua hoki.
It's one of the best actions to watch in basketball, a well-timed cut.
Unfortunately, the first one. Fortunate for the first one. He rawe hoki te rongo I te reo Māori o te kura o te koutu, te reo Māori of te koutu. Just speaking on the court, it's something that we try to implement to our game. Bit of a secret language, secret language on the court.
Absolutely. I mean, growing up, I only really spoke English. Obviously, we did a little bit of te reo in schools, but obviously not to the extent that the immersive schools would do, so it's definitely an advantage.
And it will be a foul drawn to Ngahirata, unfortunately. It will be on the sideline, though. Ka pai ki te uru mai tētahi kaitākoro hau, number 38, Taya Grace. First time on the court this game, with just 1 minute and 40 seconds left. Both teams are on the bonus 5 team fouls. Waikimi here steals it, though. Waiheke, unfortunately, will be hard to catch. Returning back to Aquinas.
Here comes Aquinas, 90 seconds to play in quarter number 2. Incredibly, with the M1, Emma Rogers, but nearly down 30 points when you've scored 32 yourself. It's a tough proposition to look up at the scoreboard and witness.
Aye.
But Te Kura o Te Koutu just absolutely shut the lights out here in the first half. Been impressive to watch.
Almost gets the tūrapa there. She manages, keeps the ball alive. You can see Aquinas rushing back to the opposite side. Step back is faked. Back to Emma, beautiful fake yet again. And the Kuruwhiwhi Toru power.
Just short there off the tapa. Fight for the tūrapa. Which way is it going to go? It's going to stay Aquinas ball. And that is why every bit of hustle counts.
Aye.
Particularly in these national championships when it's all on the line. As we're going to see a substitution here for Te Kura o Te Koutu. But kids, if you're watching and you're wondering why coaches always applaud hustle plays and going that extra effort, we just saw why as the Kuruwhiwhi Toru is up and short off the tapa.
It's just that little bit more effort that you get or that you display on the court. It just makes up for so much. Nice passes here. Drives in. Can't find the entry point. Back out. Waiheke at the top of the key. Waikimi here. Driving away to the baseline. Back out. Waiheke. Kuruwhiwhi Toru. Gets the rebound though.
And it just looked like Riranui thought that was the halftime siren.
Oh, I did think that myself too. And then I seen the stop clock. Engari rā kua whai rā tau ngā piro.
Well, you've always got to stay awake. Right, Emma Rogers. It's going to be the last shot here for Aquinas. Te Kura o Te Koutu will get the ball though to finish it off, but just taking as much time as she possibly can.
Just trying to avoid those fouls especially.
Kuruwhiwhi Toru is up and short. And so it's going to be 4.6 seconds on the game clock.
They believe that the game is over. They think
Well, it's in the first half, so I definitely hope they don't think the game's over.
It seemed as though they thought the quarter was over, but no, they were going back on defense. And Waiheke will just hold the ball.
Happy to dribble it out. So quarter number 2 here done on the show court. Takotu 61, Aquinas College 32. We're going to take a short break in the commentary booth, and we're back for the second half.
He ahua māma te whakarongo, he māma ki te taringa.
Ai. Ko te whakapiki wairua te mea nui kia hau nei.
Nui ake ngā hua mō tua. That's us.
Tāku kia koe, bro. Te reo Māori anake te reo I whai pūtea ai. Aku mahi katoa.
Tau.
Bringing the fire every week.
The whole system is... Man, that's what it is.
Make Māori Plus your mate. Download the app today.
At Apollo Projects, we create better outcomes because we never make any assumptions. Like this privately owned swimming centre that was still in the planning stages. The owner spent 8 years trying to make the project viable, but the design was continually over budget, a design he was paying for. So he called Apollo to help because he trusted us to deliver. We got to know the critical success factors of the business. The current building plans had lost sight of what was needed. We took a fresh approach, starting with the most important aspect of the facility, the water bodies. Then balanced the critical success factors of function, form, and cost to bring the designs in on budget. Finally, we could deliver the owner the new facility he needed. At Apollo, we understand your key success factors, put function over form if required, deliver what is needed at the highest quality, have lower operating costs, and always have very happy clients. Like this one, who was pretty stoked. Apollo Projects. No assumptions, better outcomes.
And go! Just fill up at a participating Caltex, stack your pump discounts, and you could collect more savings on your next visit. Oh, there's another one. Getting quite good at this. Filling and saving. Feels good.
Global warming is incredibly serious. We need to cut emissions, but we need to also absorb carbon out of the atmosphere. Growing trees is the only tool we have in the toolbox for taking carbon out of the atmosphere that we can do at scale. Pinus radiata takes carbon out of the atmosphere at about 5 to 10 times the rate of native planting. And so what New Zealand Carbon Farming are doing is planting the Pinus radiata to absorb the carbon, and then they're transitioning that forest into native forest so that we get the biodiversity benefit.
Atahua.
Make Māori Plus your mate. Download the app today.
No mai, haere mai, welcome back here to Fly Palmy Arena. Andrew Horrocks alongside Pukai Ho Short. Pukai Ho, what have you made of the first half? Big lead for Te Kura Takotu. I don't think anyone saw this coming, but they have absolutely flown out the doors.
Ai, te nui hoki o tēnei o ngā rerekētanga o ngā poita, o ngā kuru kua whaingia te kautsu. Definitely a bit of a gap of our points here. I do not want to be too personally onto the Takotu side, engari rā, being a Takotu student, kua tērā e whakaroana. Takotu definitely works very hard on their training and their training schedules. Not saying Aquinas does not, though I've seen with my own eyes how Takotu trains, and they are very determined with their kōtiro team, especially their kōtiro team.
And so again, a chance to thank our sponsors, Foot Locker. A big fan of that, of course, for Kata Māori, for bringing us all this action. 3 courts this year. Only 2 years ago, this was the only court that was on the live stream. Now it's across 3 courts. You can listen to Maya Williamson and Greg Elliott, who will bring you St. Ken's versus Napier Boys, and then Miles Pearce and Kayla Manu Irarangi on court 4. And that is Westlake versus Wellington College. That game's currently at halftime. Napier vs St Kitts is back underway. Napier up 45-38 in that one. Important game for both teams as we work out the seeding here for each pool as we move into playoffs tomorrow. Just about ready to get underway here in quarter number toru in this game. Been a very physical game thus far. Pukaho, a lot of haras being called. We wonder if that's going to change as we move into the second half.
Ai, te nui hoki o ngā hara, but that's just been a part of the wahine games, you could say. The courts are a lot more physical in their, and also just their capabilities of playing the sports. They like to be a bit more rough compared to the tane. The tane play a bit more physical in terms of movements and speed, though the wahine are a lot more physical with contacts. Ka pai waiheke, ke ai te poro I tēnei wā. Takes the screen inside. And it will be back to Kotu's ball. I'm not too sure where the call was. Ka pai ka hoki it's kia Waiheke. Waikimi here now. Dishes it back to Waiheke. Finding a way in from the baseline. Reverse layup. Comes off the tapa. Engari, the tūrapa gets to Kotu. Ka pai. Waikimi here he kuru. Whiwhi toru. Kāri ai whai kei te pai. Cuts down the middle. And unable to get it, unfortunately. Engari, beautiful display of defense as well from our girls in Aquinas. Just making her way around the key now, waiting for Emma there. On the baseline. Beautiful passes here. Hekuru Whiwhi toru. Beautifully done, beautifully executed there from Miss Sophie Rogers. Beautiful three. Kawai making their way down the court on the right side. Waikimi here gets the ball, takes the screen in the middle, passes it back. Nice roll. And the call will be a hara for number 2, I believe. Aida, Miss Milan Gardner. Nāna te hara I whai for Miss Amaya Edwards to the Rāringi, Kuru Tautuku.
Second hara already on Aquinas in quarter number toru. Something to watch for.
Aye. Still getting used to the opposite rim, I believe. Kia ai, he whiu anō. And there we go, tūrapa is to Aquinas.
Away they come, and we're seeing Emma Rogers getting face guarded a little bit as the ball came down the court. Done their homework, have Te Kura Te Koutu on which players they need to watch out for. Sophie Rogers, Kuru Whiwhi toru is short. Thought that hit a bit of the structure. Deemed it wasn't by the referees. And it's going to stay Aquinas ball. And there might be a blood substitution. Just the way that Emma Rogers is holding her hand.
Somewhat of a cut or a scratch on the wrist. But we have Miss Olivia passing it in.
Here's Sophie Rogers on the right-hand side. Finds Milan Gardner again. Rogers, what's she going to be able to come up with? Doing a great job here. Te Kura Te Koutu throwing two players at her at all times off the Papamuri. And the offensive tūrapa into the hands of Olivia Malone. Once again, Rogers just trying to create everything. As Shady McDonald throws it the other way.
Steals it, makes her way all the way down. Kuiara Tete, oh, unfortunately comes off short. Kei te whai.
Welcome reprieve here for Aquinas. Sophie Rogers again trying to find Shady McDonald. And it bounced past just a little short. For a minute it didn't get up. And off McDonald's knee to Te Kura Te Koutu.
Ka pai ka timata te poro ki aia ko Waiheke. Ara kei reira a Mārewa e tatari ana. Waiheke passes it in to Mārewa. Just strict passes here. Good nods for our opening players. He Kuru Whiwhi toru kia whai. Grabs the rebound, Mārewa out to Waikimi here. Makes her way inside for a nice spin. Managed to get the tūrapa as well. Ka pai, third time's a charm.
Here come Aquinas. They need to get some stops here on the defensive end. But more importantly, it's baskets like that from Isabella Gillard that are going to help them get back into this game.
Well, just a few baskets will get you back in the groove. You never know what could happen. This is still the third quarter with 7 minutes to go. Drives it in on the right side. Bounces right out of the tapa there.
Out comes Rogers, 1-on-3, takes the contact, and the offensive hara is called. And I'm very intrigued to see what number this is on Sophie Rogers. And Pukaiho, is that a number rua? I can't quite see in this angle.
Number rua, aye. Ka pai making her way downtown. Walking around. Ka pai e ruang ngā piro anō kia te kautu. Beautiful reikuru there. A kindness. Miss Emma Rogers makes her way to the baseline. Reverses it back up and gets it. Wonderfully done.
What a tough finish there from Emma Rogers. Just grabs her left arm a little bit there. Might still be a bit ginger, but great finish nonetheless.
And at the free throw line, just comes out of the tapa. And the call will be for Te Koutu, number 42, being Miss Marewa. Unfortunately, I believe she'll be on her third foul of the game, I believe. Fourth foul of the game, Miss Marewa. Te ahua nei, ka whai whakawhiti mana. Just going to find a sub for her, perhaps. Ai, ara ko uru mai ia, ko Teia Grace. Grace coming in for Marewa as she is on 4 fouls. Not the best look for the third quarter, unfortunately. Emma rushes in. Great step there. We'll draw the 2 fouls, the 2 shots, sorry, for the foul. And it will be drawn onto. Not too sure which number that was, Arohomai. But they are on their third foul. Ka pai ko te kurutautuku tuarua I nāne, Aquinas. Comes off the tapa, and the tūrapa belongs to Te Koutu. Mā waiheke te pōro. Drives in through all the defenders, out to Waikimi here. Getting pressured on. Ka pai kia Teia. Mana te piro e whai. Beautiful.
Kuruwhiwhi Toru on the way from Emma Rogers is short off the tapa. And a hara called on Shady McDonald again. That is her 5th personal. And so we'll foul out with 5.5 still to play in quarter number 3.
Ka pai nā waiheke te pōro I tēnei wā. Kāre ki Wainganui. Gives it back out to Teia. Waikimi here. Possibly looking for that drive in. But she doesn't float back into the rim, into the hoop, sorry. Emma with a strong pass. He Kuruwhiwhi Torupa. Oh, just off the tapa, but gets the tūrapa for the drive.
And they're getting the looks that they want, Aquinas, but just unable to convert, as we're going to see a maka taupatu, a jump ball, called on the floor. It's going to stay Aquinas ball. Emma Rogers to inbound. Kuruwhiwhi Toru attempt is up and long off the tapa.
He gets the tūrapa and returns it back to Te Koutu. Ka whai rongo ai te reo Te Koutu, just hearing their reo throughout the courts. Waiheke Kimi tōna aratika, puts it up, comes off but gets the tūrapa there. Waikimi here draws inside and will be out, unfortunately, giving it back to Aquinas. Good attempt there, great defense from our girls of Aquinas.
And we're going to see the first waiheke of the third quarter taken by Aquinas, down to 28. Still just unable to chip away at this lead at the moment. Pokaiho, what do you think they need to change to try and make this game a little bit closer? Obviously, they don't want to show all their tricks as these teams might meet later on in the tournament, but what adjustments do you think they could make here?
Very unfortunate for Miss McDonald to get her 5 fouls earlier in the game. Definitely a big piece in their team, according to the few games that I've heard about. Engari rā, Te Kautsu, I would say, Aquinas, I would say, their shots have been quite well throughout the game. Engari rā, they're still trying to drive inside. They have Mrs. Gillard, they have Miss Gillard there as a deterrent for those rebounds. Engari rā, I believe Te Kautsu is just a bit too stubborn. Te Kautsu rā, a bit stubborn for those points, a bit stubborn for the ball. No reira, it depends who's the most stubborn on the court, who wants that ball the most. It seems as though Te Kautsu is the one showing it right now. It will be Aquinas' ball, I believe. Oh no, it returns to Te Kautsu.
See, I thought they'd given it to Aquinas, but obviously the big block there from Emma Rogers eventually was changed, and it'll be Te Kautsu ball.
Wakimi hiai, kuru whiwhi kuangana i aia. Putting them up to 70 points in this game with just under 4 minutes and 50 seconds on the clock. Well done, getting the ball up and in. That is Miss Gillard. Nā Te Kautsu te pōro i nāne. Ko Kimi hia, he rautaki pai. Kaurua tiki roto. Engari rā, kare whai hara waiheke, trying to find that foul, driving into 3 defenders.
And a good chance here to try and chip into this lead. Sophie Rogers, Kuruwhiwhi Toru attempt is up and good.
Ai, ko whai. Beautifully done. Ka pai patiently making their way down the courts. Ko hoki atu kia waiheke. Trying to find that opening. Waikimi here now. And just on the stop clock, manages to put the ball in.
Up to the races here, Aquinas, Kuruwhiwhi Toru from Emma Rogers is good.
There we go. That's exactly what they need.
Back-to-back big baskets there for Aquinas. Trying to chip into this big lead that Te Kautsu had built up.
They'll definitely give them a bit of a confidence boost, put them back into their groove. Kapai Waiheke making her way down the court. Waikimi here, being a bit patient there, but makes her way inside the key. Beautiful stepping there, gets her to the hoop and puts it in. He reikuru tēnā mana.
Such a tough team to stop, as here's Sophie Rogers, steps through, and the hara is called. And it'll only be the toru hara on Te Kautsu, so it'll be baseline inbound here for Aquinas. So we're having a look there on the action replay. Good call from the referee. Again on the baseline angle. Emma Rogers to inbound. Oh, tricky play.
Off the back. Have yet to see that in the tournament, but it was beautifully executed.
Almost found Gillard as well, and away come Te Kautsu.
Back to Waikimi here. Drives in.
And that is going to go on, I believe, Gillard. From that one, we'll find out what number hara that was on her.
Ka pai ko te kuru tautsuku tuarua i nāne. Tarakuangana i ai, giving them a total of 75 points to Kautsu.
Here comes Sophie Rogers for Aquinas, off the on ball from her sister. Gets a little opening.
Drives along the baseline, creates a bit of an opening. into the corner.
Good driving kick. Basketball here from Aquinas. Kuruwhiwhi Toru ends up a perfect. Awhina there to Sophie Rogers for some welcome points there for Aquinas.
Mateia, ka hoki e tikia Waikimi here. Ka trau ki roto e huri. Waiheke outside. Finds her opening. Out to Waikimi here, Kuruwhiwhi Toru pia. Kyle can't find the opening there. Beautiful pass. Beautiful cut there, just on the opposite side of Waikimi here. Finds her way to Waiheke. Driving down the centre of the court to the corner. Pressure being applied to Kotu's defence. And something is called a foul apparently.
He just got caught there, and there's going to be a sideline inbound there from the right-hand side. Maka Paitaha. Minute 42 to play here in quarter number 3. Here's Emma Rogers, just surveying the floor. Good cross.
Beautiful defence being displayed by Kotu.
Shot went off in time. Easy tūrapa there for Te Kura Kotu.
Waiheke makes her way as a lone wolf onto the opposite side, but the reach will be called. And it will be an inbound pass there. Oh no, it will be a 2 shots.
Both teams in the bonus.
Aye. Kei te rārangi kuru tautuku I nine, eh? Just on the free throw line there, Waiheke.
Hara number 4 there on Emma Rogers.
Ai anō, ko tāku he rawe te rongo I te reo. It's great to hear their reo. They're out on the court. Nails the second one.
Here's Emma Rogers. Kuruwhiwhi Toru is good.
Oh boy. It's lovely to see these shots getting more and more confident on the outside there, on the 3-point line. Waikimi here makes her way into Waiheke though.
And the hara there on Kayleen Gardner. Don't believe she should be in foul trouble.
Not too sure.
Can't see the score bench holding up a paddle, so that's usually a good sign.
There we are finding. And it'll be the first foul. Ka ngane aia ki te whai wari te kaunga piro. She's managed to get them 80 points to Kotu. Just less than a minute left on the clock.
Sophie Rogers off the on-wall, little hesitation, dribble to the hoop. Tried for the scoop layup, no good. And away come Te Kura Kotu.
I'm not too sure whether they were capable of continuing that play with the mouth guard being half in, half out of the mouth. That is number 5, I believe, or was it? Tātekau mātahi masngahi rata. Me pupuri te... Oh, just behind, beautiful. Unfortunately, it will be a bit short, giving it back to Te Kotu.
Final possession here of the quarter. Fingers crossed. Usually it's been a commentator's curse, and I've got it wrong every time, but we shall see.
Te Teia. Te Kingahi rata. Waikimi will finish it off. Unfortunately, that will be the end of the third quarter. Currently 80 to Te Kotu, 52 to Aquinas. Game's not yet over.
Te Kura Kotu do have all the answers thus far for Aquinas. Just jumping around the courts. If you do want to jump onto court 3, I see a few people are watching that one. Westlake are up by 3 over Wellington College in the third quarter. Should be a fantastic finish to that one. And then on court 4, Napier boys have a 10-point lead over St. Kitts. That one has just begun the fourth quarter, so that one is leading the way in terms of keeping on time. But a big thank you to everyone who is tuning in to us as well. Pokaio, what has stood out for you so far from Te Koto? Because it feels like it's been such a team effort, but has there been any players that have really stood out to you in your mind?
Ko tāku noa, I would like to just put my acknowledgement out there for Waikimihia Douglas Karauna. She is definitely one of my cousins as well, but her being one of the most talented basketball players I know, travelling overseas and also being a strong po there for Te Kura o Te Koutu in terms of the sports environment, the kapahaka world. So I'd put Waikimihia out there. And also Waiheke Kohunui is one of the ones that I've also grown up to know. Definitely a talented bunch they are, as well as not only their talents in the sports world, but also in Te Ao Māori.
As we take a look there, the Aquinas team coming back on the court. And they need a very, very electric start to get their way back into this one. It becomes a game within a game, doesn't it, Pokaio? How much do you try and show the opposition? These are two teams that potentially might show up in the final tomorrow night. Do you kind of just play the game out, accept the result, and then try and just use the tape from this game, come up with some different answers and see what you can change as they move forward?
Aroha mai, I just see an actual boombox, my first actual boombox there on the side. I've heard many big speakers. Ara inaina, I see the real thing, a boombox.
I'm trying to figure out what school that is. I can't tell. As no good off the tupper, away comes Sophie Rogers on court. Kick across to Milan Gardner to the hoop off the tupper and Turapa into the hands of Te Kura o Te Koutu.
Kapai Waiheke has it now. There's a great ball movement here. Drives in wonderfully, all ball.
And away come Aquinas. Rogers, Kurufifi, Toru. So much arc on that.
Aye. Just comes off the tupper though. Waiheke taking her time. Make sure her team is ready for the next play in mind. And the foul will be called upon not too sure who that was called upon actually. Ka pai mā Waiheke te pōro e uru atu. To Waikimihia above everyone and gets it in. Mauri ora.
What an absolute gem of a find there out of the sideline and bounce. And back up to 30-point lead here for Te Kura o Te Koutu. Emma Rogers finds her assist, a little rip. Just a little two-man game there.
Tips it off.
Kurufifi Toru in and out.
Gets the tūrapa though and manages to tip it back in.
Olivia Malone, great little put back there.
Aye.
So much needed points there for Aquinas.
Ata haere, aye. Take your time. Oh, tips it right in the middle there and gets the foul, almost the N1. Kapai, number 3 there, Miss Kylie Kaio. She is on her fourth foul, I believe. So she has one more foul to go, so why not put her on for the final quarter? Definitely not afraid to get in there.
What a slap. One of the great handshakes there.
Comes off the tupper there. Great pass.
Out comes Sophie Rogers. 1 on 3 steps through. Off the Papa Moody and good. That's what they need, Aquinas. Quick early transition points.
To Waikimihia waiting. Finding a way out to Waiheke. Makes her way inside and tips it. And we'll get the kuru, the hara, arohomai, the hara as well. Aquinas, though, already on their third foul in the last quarter. We'll give Te Koutu a bit of a good draw for this last quarter as well. Ka pai ko ngana I aia ngā kuru tautuku e rua.
Just relentless in attacking the hoop. As Rogers again just loses the handle and it's going to be out of bounds.
Ai, ka hoki atu ki ngā ringa o Te Koutu. Going back to Te Koutu now. Almost hits our trophy stand there.
All 4 trophies, both single A and double A. Just at the end of the show court.
Mārewa me te pōro. Gives it to Waiheke. Beautiful drive there, dips it out to the corner. Arai he kuru. Oh, I te ahua nei. Kua poto o te whiu. Gets the intercept, tips it in nicely. Miss Carly Kaio. Lovely intercept there.
And those are the plays that the coach give you a few extra grey hairs. As again, just working it around here, Aquinas. Nice little pass and cut, and off the Papamuri, no good. Offensive tūrapa.
And there's Galana as the saviour. Puts it up nicely.
What about the extra pass though? Just finding your open teammate. Good hoops here on both ends.
Aye. Lovely dish there. Trying to find her way up and manages to get it in. Well done, Miss Ngahirata.
Lead back out to 30. Here's Aquinas, Sophie Rogers once again stepping through. Just leaving that short. Hasn't quite worked out thus far for Aquinas.
You can see there's a bit of a crowd coming in. New schools coming in for their games, stopping in to check out what's happening on the hot court. Oh, ko puta I te tapa, engari ko whai atu te tūrapa. Throwing it to the opposite end. Gets it.
Emma Rogers, absolute cannon of an arm there. She finds her sister Sophie.
Lovely cut there. Lovely bounce pass right into the key. Good opening there.
Leave him alone. Really been a bright spark for me for Aquinas this game.
Ngahirata ki waho. Kimi atu he ara hei whai. There you go, a bit of a cut to move around. Unfortunately, a bit of a strong arm there, Waikimi here. I will say I'm a bit proud of Te Koutu for not causing any fouls this last quarter. Something that they really need to probably not do, especially for Miss Kylie Kaio on her last foul.
As you should be, as we take a look there, a little closer look at the trophies. First of 2 of which will be handed out tomorrow night for the single A's, and then on Saturday afternoon the double A's. Looks like the single A's are the 2 closest, and then the double A. The little steeple that is the men's double A in the far side in the gold. Actually, why shouldn't all the trophies be gold?
That's what I'm thinking.
I'm wondering that. Words need to be had maybe in the office of Jay McDonald. Find out why that is.
Silver is second place.
Beautiful trophies though, I will give them that. They've done a good job.
Aye. You know, the real trophy is the friends you make along the way.
If you are looking at the other courts, Westlake up 2 with 9 minutes to play. And then St Ken's down 10 versus Napier with 6.5 to play.
Ka pai ka whakahoki atu I te pōro ki a rātou ki a kindness. Number 4, Miss Sophie Rogers, will be passing it in to Miss Emma Rogers.
You can always tell what the most interesting game is by the viewer numbers.
Yes, that's for something I was looking at with our volleyball games.
Oh, off the Papamuri. And what a finish there from Marika Riranui.
Waiheke on the left side. Dish it out to Kaio. Speedy. Kapai just moving all the defenders around. Just comes off the top of there. Waiheke puts up a fake, cuts through the middle to Ngahirata, dishes it in wonderfully. A lot of good passes, a lot of good movement from Te Kotu. Just moving our defenders away for the open shots.
They've been absolutely superb in this game. Sorry, it wasn't Gardner. Cartwright thought about the shot there, making the extra pass and away again come Te Kotu.
Yeah, patiently waiting for her team, making sure she has the support that she needs. Waiheke, ngari nānei, ko Waikimihia tērā. Hei uru atu ki te ki, kauru atu ki waho te Kaio for the 3. Will be a bit short with the tūrapa getting to Aquinas.
Kick ahead, Rogers loves to operate out that left wing, step through, oh wow.
Wonderfully done.
Off the Papamuri, wouldn't mind another look at that off the baseline camera because that was superb footwork.
Kawai Waiheke nānei, Ngahirata with the ball, dishing it to Waikimihia, finding her way in, cuts it in, oh beautifully done, unfortunately it comes off, back to Waikimihia, and gets the last one in.
So having a look here at the previous position from Aquinas, step through off the spin.
Right, that was lovely.
There is Aquinas back live, under 4 minutes to play. I don't think the result is going to be affected, but just a chance for teams here to get a little bit of momentum as they move into their second games for the day and in the semi-finals as well. Tomorrow morning, those will be live streamed.
Drives in, Ngahirata puts it up and gets the N1. All right, Koiara managing to just drive through Te Kotu. They just love to get into that key and put it up as many times as they possibly can. Ka pai kotahi noa te whiu. And gets the rebound. Waikimihia dishes it back in for the extra 2 points. Tori Menetsi, tori te kau he kona e toi ana mo tēnei kōti. 3 minutes and 30 seconds left. Waiheke off the pass. Makes her way in behind the back and gets a beautiful layup there with the timeout being called. The final timeout, that being of Aquinas.
One thing I do respect here is that while a lot of the starters for Aquinas are out of the game at the moment, head coach Mike Rogers is still doing a full service to the rest of his team.
Aye.
Still coaching them as though the game is close and running through some things. So this thing I always respect from coaches is that they coach the full 40 minutes. They don't just, if the game was decided early, they don't switch off. And he's giving the full respect to all of his players.
Ai tautoko, the game is not over till it's over. We still have 3 minutes left on the clock. And it's really just about what you can learn from this as well. And what the coaches, as well as the players, but the coaches definitely have the wisdom to share with their team, no matter who's on. So it's good to see that as well. Ai tautoko I ngā kōrero.
So both teams nearly back out on the floor. Don't forget, of course, after this, we have plenty more action to come. On this court, we'll have Epson girls up against Columba College in AA Girls Pool C action. Around the courts, Napier up 12 over St. Kitts. 4 minutes to play in the fourth quarter. And then Wellington College just took the lead over Westlake with 6.5 to play in the fourth quarter. And that game could determine who gets the dreaded third seed in that pool. Actually, no, it could determine who's out. Westlake losing to Wellington College. Sorry, St. Kitts earlier.
Wonderful play there from Aquinas. Unfortunately, the execution. And the ball will be returning back to Aquinas' hands. Slips out of Waiheke. Aquinas bringing back some different energy from the looks of that last play. Some beautiful passes, good communication, nice little dishes. Makes her way in the middle.
Gardner there just off the dual dribble handoffs. Made away to the hoop.
Here. Trying to fetch that 100 points in total. Ngahirata. And Kyle almost gets that one in.
Away come Aquinas through Milan Gardner. Looking potentially for a dribble handoff. Eventually gets it. A little bit of action up top. 3 dribble handoffs now. That's number 4.
Makes her way in. And Waikimi here has the tūrapa there. Waikimi here runs her way in and unfortunately just comes back out of the tapa there. Just under 2 minutes left on the clock.
Here's Gardner, a little dish off the bottom of the tapa. And Kayleen Gardner couldn't convert that one off the Papamuri.
Waiheke currently with the ball on the left side. Ngahirata dishes it to Waikimi here. Back out Tateia.
Foot was on the line there.
Foot was on the line, aye.
And that is gonna weirdly stay Aquinas ball.
Yeah, I'm not too sure what the... I believe the substitution was wanted. But I was also confused for a split second. Kapai just under a minute and a half on the clock. And it will be a far cut there. Keeps the ball alive, but it will be Aquinas' ball.
Here comes Milan Gardner again. A lot of the ball handling duties. And
we'll
one.
draw the N1.
And that's a little momentum boost as this game starts to wind down. Nearly into the final minute.
Lovely
having a
replay
look there on the action replay. Is it cool for the referee?
Ka pai ki te rāringi kuru tautsuku. One shot in, she makes it.
3 points the old-fashioned way.
Ka pai Miss Amaya currently holding the ball. Tries to make away and a bit of a spin will draw the 2 fouls. Just under 1 minute left on the clock.
Don't forget, there is a 1-point game going on. Wellington College versus Westlake Boys. Still 5.5 minutes to play. I can see the streaming numbers on that are starting to jump up.
Ka whai mena ka whai rātou tēnei piro. It will be the 100th point of this game on this court here in Fly Palmy Arena.
I think this is the first game I've seen that happen at this tournament. Anyone get over 100?
Really?
Well, the games that I've commentated, I haven't seen... sure, on other courts, a few teams would have got up that high.
Right. Lovely dish there. Fortunately comes off the backboard. Ko Amaya tēnei, he kaihari te pōro. Ka tuku atu ki a ko Arihia Bennett.
Just taking their time on this possession, not in any rush.
Arihia anō. He kuru whiwhitori pēr. Just comes out of the tapa. 15 seconds left on the clock.
Little foot race to the baseline. Good defense here. Here's Milan Gardner. Little rip and go with the left hand.
And we'll knock it in right with under 5 seconds on the clock.
And that'll be a confidence boost for her. Shot goes up at full time.
On this angle, it seemed.
Yeah, it looked good from here. So that's going to do it here. Takura Otakotu 100, Aquinas 67. We're going to take a quick break and then we're going to be back with girls AA action. Go get some lunch, go get some sunshine, and we'll see you in about 10 minutes.
What beautiful people.
Look at me. Look at her.
Hee-haw! Hee-haw!
Bang.
Too much.
Sounds ominous. Keep our kaumatua cool.
Oh, you went all the way to the KKK, eh?
Yeah.
Okay.
Make Māori Plus your mate. Download the app today.
Kia whānau, Easy Batch here from the Tall Blacks. Can you guess where we're at today? Still don't know? Here's a little hint. Look, if you don't know now, I don't know what to tell you. Sick Neighbour Hoops is back at it again with the Hoops and Parks Bluff Edition. Come get you some oysters and shoot some hoops.
Kia ora, I'm Alan, work for Awaroa Whānau Services. We just got this main event on of opening up the new hoop here for the local kids. Just lights up their faces, eh?
So it's super important that we have this hoop down here in Bluff because it makes it accessible for all our young people and helps keep them in the game and play basketball.
As you can see, we've got a wonderful hoop behind us. How do you think this is going to positively affect the community having this new hoop here?
Probably for like people who just want to play basketball and like skate around or something like that.
More people come down, get out of the house, and yeah.
Wonderful. And there you have it. Coming in live from Bluff.
This hoop means a lot to the Bluff community. Being a smaller drive away from where they usually have to travel to play, it means that all the local people can come up and put up some shots.
So Hoops and Parks, our vision is to have a hoop in the heart of every community, and I think that's what we're doing here today down in Bluff. Thanks to the help with Chick and Neighbour Hoops, we're trying to make basketball more accessible, get into those more isolated communities, and a good example, yeah, today in Bluff.
Yes. Okay. Yeah.
This isn't about long-distance calling, technology, or living overseas.
Do I have one more bid? Thank you.
We're going to go once. We're going twice.
And we are sold to the Kiwi phone bidder from Manchester.
It's about Bailey's finding buyers that others can't.
Sport is about more than just a game. It's about going from teammates to best mates. It's the high fives and helping hands. That's why Caltex is proud to help fuel school sports.
I'm Jason Bill and we're farm around the Mid-North. We took a review of our business a couple of years ago, sort of identified challenges that we had. One was profitability, and we'd noticed on our steep hill country we're getting more and more erosion. We looked around to diversify, looked at forestry to plant on our steeper country. For us, it really addressed those concerns. By doing the forest farm model, we feel like we're getting the best of both worlds. And I'm really excited and I really do believe in this model. I think it's the way of the future.
At Apollo Projects, we create better outcomes because we never make any assumptions. Like at this dairy dryer. The cladding on the building that houses the dairy dryer needed to be replaced. So they called us up. First, we inspected the cladding. The cost implications of shutting the dryer down were huge, particularly from the loss of production, which is much higher than the actual reclad costs. So we came together as a team. We said, why don't we replace the cladding while the dryer is still operational? No one had ever done that before, which meant working with the client on hygiene requirements. We wrapped the dryer in 2 layers to create a hygiene envelope, while the old panels were removed and the new ones installed, all while the dryer continued to work. By thinking outside the square and working as a team, the project was completed with no disruption to production, and it was a world first. Apollo Projects. No assumptions, better outcomes.
Feel the mana.
Can I get a hiya? Do you know what it's like to be in a body that you can't connect to?
I'm not your bro.
You are a boy and not a girl!
Whatever it is, I'm here for you.
Make Māori Plus your mate. Download the app today.
opportunity that we can't pass on.
No mai, haere mai, welcome back here to Fly Palmy Arena, ko Andrew Horrocks, toko ingoa. And we'll quickly jump into the team list for Epson Girls versus Columba in Girls AA. For Columba, and apparently there was a few laughs about my pronunciation yesterday of Ella Colhoun. Number 3, number 4, Charlie Sinclair. Number 5, Maddie Wheeler. 6, Aria Brown. Number 7, Shanti Kara. Number 8, Alexa Duff. Number 9, Kiana Brown. 10, Amelia Loudon. 11, Lucy Morrison. 12, Millie McKenzie. 13, Miller Cashmore. And 14, Devon Skevington. Head coach Markham Brown. Assistant coach Corey Kara and Jen Kara. And then Epson Girls I'll go through as the game goes on. Is Drawn Forbes there. Just stripped and away come Columba College. And I do have to apologise for pronunciation. I've asked the player herself how to pronounce this and I might get it still wrong. Kyra Dui Haninai Midson. I will work on that as we go along. Unfortunately not playing due to a broken ankle, but is selected for the very first Tongan under-15 girls national team, which is an awesome accomplishment. Orewa Tiffany, number 5. Number 6, Kiara Tiamo. Number 7, Emma Choi. 8, Drawn Hiniapa Forbes. 9, Olivia Edhouse. Number 10, Savannah Fate. Number 12, Kikirite. 13, Talia Vea. 16, Maya Kingi is not here today. 17, Casmera Faipanga. And 19, Hannah Fowler. Head coach, Yelena Vucinic. Assistant coach, Talatiamo. And the manager, Aurelie Hetariki. Columba get us underway with 2 points early. And off the spin and finish, Talia Vea. Gets it up to a 4-2. Epsom Girls. Now that I'm slowly catching my breath after having to run down and check pronunciations, Epsom Girls are in the white singlets with the blue shorts. And Columba in what looks to be a deep navy with the grey through it. So Columba ball early in terms of results through this tournament. Epsom Girls coming off 4 losses. And then Columba College won, was it yesterday on the show court? And then 3 other losses. So both teams here searching for a win. And what looks to be their final pool game. As the run out and finish there from Aria Brown. Had a little laugh with the coaches on the pronunciation. Trying to bait me into Aria Brown as well, changing that one. But I do apologise for anyone related to Ella Colhoun for my pronunciation the other day. Should have checked with the team. That one's on me as we have another look here on the action replay. Great little cut and finish drawing the hara. Was Talia Vea, she'll go to the line to shoot a couple of kuru tautukus. Converts to first. And so Westlake will go down as well to Wellington College. So it looks like Westlake might be out for the playoffs. Still a very young side. Converts to second. And it's now 7-4 Columba over Epsom Girls. On court 4, Napier Girls High School taking on Hamilton Girls. That's going to be an absolute cracker of a match as the step through and the tūrapa into the hands of Drawn Forbes. Away she comes, loses control a little bit, and eventually ends up with Columba. Away comes Shanti Kara, good kick ahead. And working the ball around nicely here, Columba College. Off the tupper, but the tūrapa Talia Vea. And now come Epson girls for the run. Talia, who just spent 6 months playing in Aussie NBL 1 with the Maitland Mustangs. To the hoop, and with the finish, Alexa Duff, one of the key players for Columba. To a pair actually of 25-point games to start in the tournament. That's a great up fake and finish from Kikiriti, who was playing netball up until 2022 when she got converted to basketball, and is also a representative player for Counties Monaco. So a pair of Kurutal Tukus here for Columba. Sorry, just the one, it was an M1. And so now 12-6 over Epson girls early, little 2-2-1 half-court pressure here. Epson girls get it over with 1 second to play on the shot clock. And Forbes to the hoop. And draws the hara. And we'll go to the line. Jelena Vucinic is asking the question of the referee about a call. Of course, Dad Nenad, former coach of the Tall Blacks. Fantastic player as well in his own right. Forbes with the second and leaves that one short off the tupper. Tūrapa into the hands of Columba. We saw the other day, they like to get it out and run. Here comes Shanti Kara. Taking it around to Aria Brown. Little pull up from the mid-range off the tupper. And tipped out. And Aria Brown once again. Just happy to move the ball around here. Columba playing a bit of 5-out basketball off the tupper. Another offensive Tūrapa. Little floater off the tupper again from Kiana Brown. Kurufifi Toru is up and off the tupper once more before Epson girls eventually come down with it. And the hara is drawn. It's going to be hara number 3 on Columba. Somehow this game has already accelerated through the first 5 minutes of quarter number 1. Just wonder if both teams are wanting to get amongst the incredibly priced chicken and chips that are available in the canteen here. Only $9. Would never find that in Auckland. Here is Forbes. 2-3 zone here from Columba. Interesting to see what look they give there. Kurufifi Toru was passed up before the floater is good. Epsom girls bring this back to a one-possession game. 12-9 now. Up against Columba with the ball, looking to extend this lead back out. Eventually ball gets inside to Charlie Sinclair and is stripped away comes Forbes. Kick ahead pass, a little too strong. And the inbound will be Columba ball. As I said before, court 4 is underway. That is Hamilton Girls High up against Napier Girls. Thank you to everyone who is tuning in to this one. Little dribble handoff to the hoop. Defense comes across in time. Talevea. And it walls up nicely, making for a tough shot. Happy to dribble around Tiamo. Older brother Taylor, who is the assistant coach. Very good player in his own right. Kurufifi Toru on the way is long. A little bit tougher to shoot in this venue on this court. A little bit different to the other courts with the no wall behind the backboard basically. Can make depth perception a little bit tougher. Little floater is good from Forbes. And now 1 point game. Columba 12, Epson 11. Step through is blocked. and will stay Columba ball as subs in for both sides. Colhoun into the game for Columba, and then Oreira Tiffany in for Epsom girls. Believe it or not, Oreira is fluent in te reo. She originally is from Whangarei and came to Epsom for basketball. Went into the game for Hannah Fowler, whose sister Maya is now on scholarship over in the US, former Epsom girls player. And her dad, one of the absolute legends of basketball, used to be a part of Basketball Times. And one of the greats, always happy for a kōrero, is Wayne. Step through and finish there from Drawn Forbes, now 13-12. Epsom girls searching for their first win of this tournament. Rip and to the hoop, bit of contact, not deemed illegal from the referees, Charlie Sinclair. And away comes Vea for Epsom girls. And big block there from Colhoun. And it will be Columba ball. Challenge here to retake the lead. So if you do want to watch as well, on court 3, New Plymouth girls are taking on Tauranga. Should be a good one. Miles and Kayla should be on the call there. Big strip and jump ball is going to be called. And it's going to stay Columba ball, otherwise known as a maka taupatu. And so turnover there, now Epsom girls ball. Chance here to extend the lead. On the right hand side, so that 2-3 zone, they're bringing the middle player up to defend. Here's Drawn Forbes, Kuruwhiwhi Toru is off the tapa. And away come Columba. Thought about the Kuruwhiwhi Toru, rip and go. Finds Sinclair, can't grab it. And it'll be Epsom ball. And we're going to see a timeout taken on the floor. And it looks as though this is going to be a Columba timeout. We'll take a look at their huddle. Don't forget, awards, the Caltex Good Sport Award will be awarded on Saturday night. You can still enter. Entries close tonight at 11:59 p.m. Don't forget to nominate your person. I'm going to nominate Alex in the BBNZ office. Probably ineligible for this award, but has done a superb job with our commentary notes, keeping us informed of everything and up to date. Done a superb job. As I welcome into the commentary booth, Pukaiho Short. How are you going?
Kia ora, aroha mai for my lateness to our kēmu. I finished doing a bunch of interviews for our Koutu girls after that previous game, and unfortunately the wharepaku was calling. But yes, here we are on the first quarter of the game against Epsom girls against Columba. I've seen a few of the Columba teams play. Yes, Aria Brown, Kapai Ai, Te Nui Hoki o Ene, Kai Tākoro. Definitely some good teams playing in our double A's.
Absolutely, Pukaiho, you weren't there for the kōrero, but there was some laughter from the bench of Columba for my pronunciation of Ella Colhoun's name, number 3. So I got that corrected. I do apologise to anyone whose name I mispronounced throughout this tournament. We do try and get around and ask people how to pronounce everything. As we take a look at the referees, Daniel Lee and Charlie Bochop. But it's not always easy to make our way and make sure it's correct. But if anyone does want to come up, have a kōrero, just correct us. We're never trying to do it in jest. It's literally a genuine mistake if we get something wrong. So a big thank you to everyone whose whānau are very
kind and accepting of some of the mistakes that we potentially make.
Miss Sinclair holding the ball now. Top of the key to Miss Aria.
Looks like a 2-3 zone here from Epsom. Girls step through. And the hara is called on Epsom girls. That's going to be only the rua hara on Epsom. This game has already flown by though, Pukaho. Only 2 minutes to go in the first quarter already. We're leading the race as we take a look at the other two live stream courts. They're a little bit behind us now. We're going to be the first one to get that kai after the 2 games we've done this morning, now into this afternoon.
Kapai, yes, 13-12 currently, 13 Epsom girls and 12 to Columba College. Definitely a close game and closing in on the first quarter. Gets the tūrapa there off the free throw. Kapai, kimi ai he rautakiara. Just on the outside there, Miss Alexa. Beautiful dish, we'll give them another hara there. We'll put them on the Rārangi Kurutautuku perhaps. Miss Charlie Sinclair.
Very impressive. Charlie Sinclair had 17 points against Hamilton Girls High School, one of the favourites for the title this year. So if you're doing well against one of the best teams in the entire tournament, that's always something that you want to go after for anyone.
Kapai, and it will come off the hands of Epsom girls.
We can see movement in the background and a few scouts as well. I can see Kat Jones keeping an eye on this one.
Kapai still on the Columba College side of the court. Drives in just on the outside. The Kokona drives from the baseline.
It's going to be off to Papamuri and good. And because it's before 5:30, the bank is still open. Always going to be a little bit kinder to the Tane and Wahine, who use that as an option for the Kuruwhiwhi Toru.
Kapai ko Savannah tēnei just on the side, dishing it in for Epsom girls.
And down there now, down through. They had fought back to take the lead. 2-3 zone here for Columba. Forbes on the right-hand side. Little crossover. Trying to get into some of her favourite shooting pockets. And what a kick to the weak side as well. Just shifting that defence. 1 second on the shot clock. Has to put up. And again off to Papamuri. And a superb finish there from Savannah Fate.
Kapai managed to get that one nicely. Just on the top of the key. The 3-2 zone defence from our girls from Epsom. They could have Kuruwhiwhi Toru. Engari, kāko puta mai te ru. Oh, aroa mai.
As Forbes there just kicks ahead. Little trap there from Columba. As we see Fowler there off the side of the backboard. And away come Columba. And it's something that they love to do, something we noticed the other day as well. They love to get out and run in transition. As we have another look here on the action replay, brought to you by producer Rich. And in trying to run that down, Tiffany. There's Kat Jones. Probably enjoying the chicken and chips. And she's realised she's been caught red-handed as well. Just enjoying. I'm telling you, the chicken and chips in this place is absolute fire. I mean, there's some very good cafes around in the Palmerston North area, but probably my favourite chicken and chips in the entire country. Fowler there with the tūrapa, and away comes Forbes, is stripped. Deemed to be a hara. No one can believe it on the Kamala side, but no one is questioning the referee's decision. So Epsom girls, potentially the final shot of the quarter. And that is why I should not have said anything, as Charlie Sinclair is going to come down the other end and convert.
Ka whai atu anō I te aua commentator Chris Miki.
There's a te reo translation for that?
I wouldn't actually have a clue to Chloe Wawal is commentating, and then Jinx. I don't believe we have a
Well, I mean, you're nearly. Are you fluent in te reo?
Aye.
You can come up with it. You've got the power.
Aye, there are a few words. Fortunately, in our dictionary, we don't. we like to change alliteration. Oh, beautiful. That almost went in.
Forbes there short on the Kuruwhiwhi Toru, and so quarter number 1 is in the books. Columba 18, Epsom Girls 15. Columba with the third qualifier from Zone 4. So it's a little bit different to representative basketball. In reps, there are 5 zones. The South Island is split up, whereas in schools there is 4 zones. And the South Island as a whole is 1 zone. So Columba finished 3rd in qualifying there, and Epsom Girls finished 6th in the always hotly contested Zone 1. And we talk about cross-sport athletes. We're talking about Te Kura Te Koutu in their hockey. Did you know, for Epsom Girls, Emma Choi is a 2-time national lacrosse champion?
Really?
Have you watched much lacrosse?
I have not watched much lacrosse, sadly.
Such a cool sport. It looks extremely tough, so shout out to Emma. And then also, I talked about it before you were on the commentary, but Orewa Tipani for Epsom Girls, fluent in te reo. Originally from Whangarei.
Man.
And then came down to Epsom Girls for basketball.
Ka pai. Orewa Tipene, that is. I believe I may know about the Tipene whānau.
Shout out as well to our volunteers from Basketball Manawatu, making sure that everything runs smoothly, whether that is our incredible lunches that they've provided for us, the volunteers on the score bench, making the games all run smoothly. They do it all, so big thank you to Basketball Manawatu, New Zealand Carbon Farming, Apollo Projects, Lion Foundation, our presenting sponsor as well, Foot Locker. Pukaiho, are you going to jump into the half-court shootout at some point during this week? Try and get yourself a $100 Foot Locker voucher?
Maybe I'll show these the rangatahi, how it's really done half-court style. Maybe I'll get down there. So I want to give it out to our rangatahi, you know, I don't want to steal it from them.
There's a few final conversations there from Corey Carter, the assistant coach for Columba College. And Epsom Girls are getting underway again. They are in the white with the stripes and the blue shorts. Columba in the black with the grey. And travel called. It'll be Columba ball. Extremely fast first quarter there. Only 20 minutes gone, and already we're into quarter number 2. Really exciting, a little turnaround jump shot, and that looked good the entire time she made that move. Never any hesitation, and almost a turnover there. Away comes Tiamo for Epsom Girls.
Oh.
Hara called. Which way is this going to go? And hopefully, Shantikara is okay. She is. She's off and running. It's good to see.
Ka pai ko whakahoki te pōro ki a rātou ko Columba. Coming down the centre of the court. Just trying to find a good opening here. Beautiful defence being displayed from Epsom.
Almost through the needle on that pass. That would have been an absolute dime if it had found its way through. Not to be.
Angari ko rātou ko Columba Tony te pōro. Still has the ball. Dishes it up. Comes off the top of there.
Aria Brown off the Papamuri, and Tūrapa had a fouler. Away comes Forbes for Epsom Girls. Down 5 now, had a little bit of a lead at one point. Columba being a little bit more aggressive as they get the steal, and away comes Millie McKenzie. 2-on-1 opportunity, little pro hop, then give it up, and away come Epsom Girls on the other end. 2-on-2 opportunity, and just lost her footing. It'll be Columba ball.
A good, strong defense there from both sides in the key. Not allowing an easy layup or an easy drive into the Pakete itself.
Kuruwhiwhi Toru is short there. A chance for offensive Tūrapa not to beat. And instead, Epsom girls grammar will come along.
Trapped in the corner, unfortunately, stepped back court.
Well, it's the power of those little half-court traps, especially when you get caught in the sideline. That's why you find so many teams like to bring the ball down the floor through the middle of the court. Just stops that from being able to happen.
Beautiful
what a cross
there.
The step through as well, producer Rich. Make sure you save that one up because we're going to want another look at that one. That was a beautiful move there.
Right, te kuru there, just a bit of a floater. Oh, kua ora te poro for Columba College, dishing it to the middle. Patiently waiting for the jump. Engari rā, kua whai tūrapa rātou. Oh, steals it back. Kua tāhaingia.
We saw it as well when we did their last live stream game. Columba are so active in transition on defense. They love to push the ball, and it's allowed them to get this 9-point lead. Wouldn't be surprised if a timeout is coming very shortly for Epsom girls as they get the ball over nice and safely through Olivia Edhouse.
Who finds opening outside. Kuru Whiwhi Toru. Almost gets the rebound. Ai, kua whai rātou. Draws the way in, Engari gets stolen. Double dribble will be called. Substitutions as well. Kia mātou ia Amelia subbing in for Kiana.
Just having a look here at that little cross, the step through.
Yes, that was beautiful replay. It was a beautiful play.
Great interior pass, little spin over two, and the travel is called Kiana Brown.
Ai, ko rau tērā, they had their hands up there in the key. As long as their hands are up straight, they should be safe from the fouls.
Another word in te reo. It's not actually on our kupu list. I think I've got this correct. Is Ngare, however? Ngari?
Which one's that, sorry?
Does Ngari in te reo mean however?
Oh, engari.
Engari?
Engari.
There we go. Look at that, I'm trying to add words that aren't on the kupu list. That's why it's not always going to be correct the first time.
Yeah, so engari rā. That's how you would say it in a however.
Engari rā. Little turnaround jump shot is good. Beautiful finish from Kikirete. And the hara is drawn. It's just something that you've got to be careful with when you're playing against Columba. As soon as you score, it's a term used a lot in New Zealand basketball, clap back, where teams try to clap back and get those 2 points back as quickly as they possibly can.
Comes off the tapa there. Ngari, ko te kuru tautsuku tuarua I nāne. Second shot. Comes off. The tūrapa does get to Epsom girls, rushing down right side of the court. Trying to look for friend here. Ai kua ea. Just comes off the back of the tapa. The tūrapa will go to Columba College. Oh, beautiful back cross there. Great intensity there from number 9 of Columba, Miss Kiana Brown. As soon as the ball came off the rim there, she was the first one to arrive.
And so we're going to see subs in for Columba. Charlie Sinclair back into the game. It looks like Alexa Duff just took a little knock there on the hara that she committed. And so we'll just take a seat. Good trap here from Columba. Don't get the steal this time. But again, active hands once again. Kids at home, if you're watching, keep your hands up. Make extra passes like that. And off of Papa Moody, the kuru whakau is good for Shanti Kara. And there is that timeout for Epsom girls that we talked about before might occur. Coach Jelena Vucinic decides to take it there.
Just Columba College getting their groove in just a little bit too much. Where Epsom just had to force a bit of a groove stop. I guess you could say stop the music from playing.
Well, I'm sure Rihanna would say, please don't stop the music.
Please don't stop the music. Ai, tautoko. Tautoko.
It looks like Alexa Duff just took a little knock there to the head. Hopefully, she's okay and will be able to continue in this game at some point when she feels good enough to do so. And good to see as well some younger kids. They're coming down to take this in. Plenty of strollers around. It's awesome to see the families, school holidays of course, families in the local area coming down and supporting the local rangatahi.
Ai, ngā mihi kia whakata Māori for allowing our whānau at home to be able to tune in on all the games that are happening, well, the 3 courts that are being streamed out there. What are happening on the other courts?
So on court 4, Hamilton Girls High, apparently the favourites for Girls
All
AA.
right.
Didn't hear that from me though. Up 25-17 over Napier Girls High School. And then on court 3, New Plymouth Girls are up 15-12 over Tauranga. So there are fantastic games. We always say every day, the games get better. And that is definitely proving it right now. Good
Strong defence there from Columba.
Columba, they're so impressive. Very good athletes, aren't they? Back into their 2-3 zone. Forbes, Kuruwhiwhi Toru, that is deep. But again, away come
Long
Columba.
pass here, will put it up, and
Shanti Carter there just got caught a little bit under the hoop, but is bailed out. After the big block, Epson Girls couldn't quite keep that one in bounds. And a backcourt violation there. Good pressure from Epsom Girls.
good communication from our coach from Columba College, Mr. Markin Brown.
I've actually been impressed with the coaches this week. A lot of them have been able to keep their cool. Not always the easiest thing when there's some early mornings and some late nights. Making sure that they are caffeinated enough to be respectful to everyone. As Kuruwhiwhi Toru attempt is good from Tiamo. Off the Papamuri.
Gets the tūrapa there and puts it back up. It will be a bit high. Columba with the ball again. Trying to find an opening here.
Sinclair stepped into it, blocked, and just a follow through from Kikirete, caught her on the arm. And so she'll go and shoot a pair of Kurutatukus.
First one's good.
It's a 10-point lead now, Columba. And Tirapa into the hands of Fate. And here comes Hannah Fowler. Back to drawn Forbes. Fowler again with the screen, step through.
Great pump fake.
Great defense there, though, from Columba.
Ready.
Are we going to see a jump ball situation? No, we're going to see a travel steps taken. Thought we might have Maka Taupatu, not to be. 5 minutes to play here in quarter number 2 of a second of back-to-backs on the show court.
Aike wahui nai. Kaurua Tsukiroto just dishing it back. And it comes off the tapa there, but managed to get the tūrapa for a second. Epsom girls. Faster getting into position. And almost gets the tūrapa, but gets ripped away.
Out to the races come Columba. Happy just to slow that down though and work something out of the half court.
Ai, me tatari mō ngā kaitākuro katoa. Just waiting for our teammates.
Little pistol action there. Kuruwhiwhi Toru is up and off the tapa. Somehow tipped incredibly from Shanti Carter.
The ball is alive. He found an opening in the middle of our key. Puts it up and there it goes. He rei kuru pai tēnā, just a good layup.
What vision though from the pass to find the open player under the hoop.
We have good pressure from Columba yet again. Just less than 4 minutes on the clock. From the corner, He Kuruwhiwhi Toru pea comes off the tapa there.
And we're going to see a second timeout here taken from Columba College. 12-point lead, but not resting on their laurels in the slightest.
All right. Might be just a bit of our Epsom girls are now getting more and more capable of getting inside of the key. And that's probably something that Columba just doesn't want. They want Epsom getting into our groove now.
Quite a cool thing I just noticed when I was looking at the Columba College. There are a couple of players that aren't on the court at the moment that still have their warm-up tops on. And it looks like they're giving a shout out to everyone who has sponsored. Yeah, I think that's who sponsored each individual. My eyes are not that good, Producer Rich. I cannot make that out, but it's pretty awesome that they're shouting out everyone who has supported each individual as well. It's not just for the team. Okay, now I'm starting to be able to read that.
Wow.
That's a lot of people.
That's a lot of people. It's very impressive.
Is there any favourites that anyone can see on those that are... I like the crabs. What does that mean? Who is that? Someone let us know. Message us on Instagram, G_Elliot12. And I'm sure he will get back to you. We can see Kainoa Lepo as well, who's part of the media team down here. Just cutting up some tape on his laptop. Little cross-screen action, and the safety valve up the top. Here's Forbes into the short corner. Great defense from Columba. Forbes, Kurufifi Toru is up.
And it's clean.
Just sniper drawn Forbes. Kurufifi Toru is good. Back to a 9-point game. 3.5 minutes to play here, quarter number 2. As these pools are starting to...
Satikara, and will draw the foul.
Forbes not stoked with that call, but that's life sometimes. Can't always go your way.
Kapai running it back now. Outside, getting back to the top of the key. Good passes from Columba. Cuts in deep.
Love that X-cut from the high post, just working the defense around Kurufifi Toru. But the hara is called just a little bit too aggressive there on the closeout. And we're seeing that a little bit, just the volume of Kurufifi Torus that are being launched during this tournament. Same amount of fouls as well.
It will be the first foul there for Savannah.
Actually did some coaching as well this year. Coached the junior premiership team, of which Olivia and Casmera were a part of. So awesome to see students giving back to the next generation.
There we go. First one's good. Columba College now sitting at 31. Second one's good. Subs coming in. Kapai, we have number 10, Miss Amelia Luden, and number 9, Miss Kiana Brown coming in for Columba. Great pass there down to John.
Forbes out of the short corner. A little bit strong there for Vea. And bodies converge, and away come Columba College. Looking to extend this lead here in quarter 2.
Good pass to the end of the key. And we will call a travel on that one.
Just got a little bit lost, but I did like the X-cut, even off the catch. Trying to create some space. At some point, that's going to become free. Good offensive movement from Columba with the full court pressure as well. Trying to get a couple more steals. We don't have the live stats available here in the commentary booth.
Forbes with a nice spin. Comes off the top of though, giving the suit up at 4 our girls from Columba. Great defense being displayed. Kapai Kongana Yarato Columba back at the top. Good pass. And for reverse layup, Miss Vea.
Here come Epson girls looking to try and cut this into a single-digit game by the end of the half. And drawing a hara, only the second on Columba College, but going to shoot a pair of kuritatukus. Definitely makes things a little bit easier. Not deemed shooting, no, apologies. I thought that was after the catch. Not deemed to be that so. And so it's based on inbound.
Just the end of the key there.
And another hara on a Kuruwhiwhi Toru. We have a games, quarter time, Tauranga girls up 22-17 against New Plymouth. And Hamilton girls up by 14 over Napier girls. 3 minutes to play in the second quarter. Converts the first. Sorry, converts the second. One more to shoot. And back to 10 points as subs in for Columba. Minute 54 to play.
Oh boy, we have Mackenzie coming in, number 12, as well as number 6, it would seem. That's Aria Brown. Out to Amelia, and it will be given back to Columba off Epson. Just get that Arangi Taha. It's on the sideline here.
And it looks like there's just some issue potentially with the score clock. Going back to 20 seconds on it, on the shot clock. Nice and down to Sinclair. Left alone though after the catch, Kuruwhiwhi Toru.
Managed to get the rebound from the Kuruwhiwhi Toru. Gets the Tūrapa, stuck in the key, but manages to escape. Back outside, good catch from strong throw.
Okay, ball movement there from Columba, but even better defense from Epsom girls. And force the shot clock violation. Shot clock should reset there. Somehow it got down to 16 very quickly. And now resumes running. The bench manually running down the clock. Step through.
Just comes off the topper. Columba rushes down to the opposite end.
Try to go up softly off the Papamuri, not to be. And we will, in fact, see a Maka Tapatu, a jump ball. And it will be 14 seconds as there was a change of position. Great pass to Sinclair, just a little bit low. Working the ball around. And the pakite, big pakite. There for Amelia Loudon.
Boy, just under 40 seconds left on our second quarter. 12 points ahead, Columba College.
Forbes on the right wing. Happy to work things around.
He's open.
Kuruwhiwhi Toru is short. And Columba, they like the fast break, so I'm not going to say that this is going to be the final possession. And you know why? Because it will be the final possession. I don't think I've got one right in 3 days. Sinclair's working things around in this left corner.
Outside.
Loudon drives off the Papamuri around.
And that will be the second quarter, the first half of our game.
Half-time here, Columba College 34, Epsom Girls 22. We're going to take a quick break in the commentary booth and we'll be back with the second half.
Kia ora, Lauren Hiblay here from the Tall Ferns. We're out here in Flaxmere Park in Hawke's Bay. We've just opened up this new basketball court for hoops and parks. It's really cool to provide the tamariki with somewhere to go, somewhere to be physically active, play a bit of basketball with their friends. Good asset to the community, especially for those young ones who want to get amongst basketball. So yeah, it's really cool to see us open this new facility in this park that is just beautiful in Hawke's Bay.
Pierre Cameron here. Just want to talk a little bit about the Hoops in Parks and the Hoops in Schools program. It's been amazing. The return on investment is priceless. The accessibility for all the kids in the Tamariki to get in here and enjoy themselves, especially through these trying times, been amazing. And just to get outside, you know, it's pretty awesome walking outside and seeing this kind of ballpark available. It's great, especially in these times.
Kia ora whānau, Peliri Oli here, Councillor for Fly Palmy Ward, Hastings District Council. I'm here to support the initiative today, Hoops and Parks. Very, very amazing result, and it's encouraging our people to come and spend time here, and especially together with the youth. I encourage other councils to jump on board. Yeah.
Kia ora wāre whiatu. Really enjoyed it here at the Fly Palmy courts, and looking forward to play again.
We've been waiting for the courts to open for a while now. Now that they're up, I'm glad that they're here for an activity after school.
I like that the courts are purple.
What I like about the court is that it's different to many other courts in Fly Palmy.
I like these courts because they're in a good position from if you want to go to the park or come here. And I like it because it's easy to bounce the ball and take easy shots.
My name's Ricky Lee. Shout out to everyone that made these courts happen, and yeah, me next.
This is a solid region, I reckon.
They're the OGs.
It's a banger.
Make Māori Plus your mate. Download the app today.
At Apollo Projects, we create better outcomes because we never make any assumptions. Like this sports facility. The client sent out their brief. And when it came to the 4 submissions, we impressed the client with a proposal that went over and above. Because we'd done things differently. We'd pulled together a team of experts, looked around the world for inspiration, and exceeded the client brief. We even brought it in on budget by reducing fees and prioritising function over form. At Apollo, we're more innovative, create specialist project teams, deliver on our promises, and build to the budget. Apollo Projects. No assumptions, better outcomes.
I'm Trevor Johnson, and I'm a sheep and beef farmer from the Forgotten World Highway. Some of the country we bought was quite steep and difficult. We have pushed those blocks to pine trees, 1,000 hectares into forest, and 7,000 hectares will stay in grazing. To me, it's just the best use of land. If you've got land that is not so productive, it's a marvellous way of increasing your income.
No mai haere mai, welcome back here to Fly Palmy Arena as we take a look at the Epsom girls team bench. It's just over 30 seconds until we get back underway here in quarter number 3. Andrew Horrocks alongside Pukaiho Short.
Mate.
I always feel apologies. Anyone whose name I pronounce, please let me know if I've got it wrong, because I'm more than happy to learn and adjust. Not always that easy.
I'll be honest, yes, it is quite difficult, even for me to pronounce some English words. Even English words alone are very, very difficult.
And so it'll be Columba in the black and grey, and then Epsom girls in the white with the stripes.
By Falls with the pass out to Via. And is passing it around the 3-point line at the moment. Back out to Via. Sorry.
They're very happy, aren't they, Columba, just to sit in this 2-3 zone. Epson girls, if they can get that spacing right, there's going to be a lot of very open kuruwhiwhi torus as we have another maka taupatu, which is a jump ball. And in the very first possession of quarter 3, so it's going to be Columba ball. Of course, the position arrow does change every quarter.
Where's our maka taupatu? Where's that one?
That is sitting under refereeing.
Oh, you got that big one.
I got the big one. I got the big list. I've got
see.
more to learn than you do, Pokaiho. Trying to add a little bit more each and every day as Forbes comes away with the tūrapa for Epson girls. Thought about the little mid-range. And along there, off the tapa. Off the foot. And again. Epson girls doing a wonderful job. Off the Papamuri. Forbes' little floater is long. And out to the races come Columba. It's something you've got to watch out for with this team. The up fake didn't work, but eventually Millie McKenzie, that's why you always chase every fast break opportunity. And converts there to get the scoring underway. And now a 14-point lead here for Columba.
Kapai, beautiful cut there into the middle of the key from Epson girls. Karawatu Kiroto, i te Pākete, give them 2 points. Columba girls already on the opposite side of the court as I speak. Beautiful cut there. Ngari kāre kua whae, kuruwhiwhi Toripea comes off the backboard. Almost gets intercepted there from Columba girls, displaying beautiful defense. Ai, painga kai parene defense. Beautiful intercept. It will go back court.
It was tipped though, so still 5 seconds on the shot clock here for Epsom girls. Offensive foul there on Epsom, and it'll be Columba ball. One of those ones, Pokaho, where under a second in the shot clock, you'd probably prefer it's just a shot clock violation as opposed to a hudder. But the referees there very sharp, and that is the first hudder of quarter 3.
Ai, he pai ki te karanga I taua hudder. It's good to call that hudder even though the circumstances of the stop clock, because it did in fact still happen. So yes, I agree. It's good on our refs for making the game fair, keeping the game as it should be. Vea with the ball. Cuts it on to the opposite side, in the middle. Kiroto I te ki, Kimiai, he rautaki, kua whai. It's a beautiful rei kuru there. Give them 2 more points.
Here's Columba. 3-2 zone being shown, and weaving away through was Kiana Brown to the hoop. And again, Epsom just struggling a little bit. They need to get some stops here if they want to bring themselves back into this game. And that is tipped out of bounds. Epsom girls ball. So Epsom to inbound, little box set up here for them. Are we going to see some down screens or some cross screens? First of all, we're going to have a substitution though, just to change the lineup on the court. And so what are we going to see here? Down screen into a cross screen on the weak side, but against the zone, sometimes you've just got to find those open spaces.
Oh, but beautiful closing there from Columba. They're all closed in on Forbes at that moment. No one's getting in that key.
Working the ball around out of the high post. Rip and go. They got one more pass in them. Can they swing the ball? Oh, great skip pass. Kuruwhiwhi Toru. Yes! Perfect offensive execution there from Columba. Always a fan of a ball fake against the zone. Get the ball into the corner. And away come Epsom girls.
Te tāua hoki o tāua Kuruwhiwhi Toru. Such a beautiful shot that went. Opened it up perfectly for her.
And the hudder is called as it looked like Alexa Duff. Just went flying along the floor after the unintentional trip. And we're going to see a timeout taken already. Which way is this going to go? It is going to be on 3, 2, 1. Still don't know which way.
Still
this
don't
is
know
going.
which way.
I would assume Epsom girls took this.
I agree. I believe just because Columba College has been widening the gap of the lead just by a little bit more, that they had to call just a bit of a timeout there, re-strategize, see what they can do to stop Columba girls from scoring some more points.
As we take a look there at coach Jelena Vucinic for Epsom girls. I'm always a fan as well, the hair ties of the wahine.
Right.
The ones who nail the school colours, especially when there's different ones. We can see Talevea got the blue and the yellow nailed down. So don't forget as well, a big thank you to our sponsors, Whakata Māori Foot Locker. There'll be a half-court shootout, I'm sure, being run by Liam Collins. Or Liam Collins, as he likes to talk, on one of the courts. I'm sure Tori as well will be helping out there. Lion Foundation, Moulton, the official of basketball, Bailey's, Caltex, New Zealand Carbon Farming, 4 Wins, NZDT. And in terms of boots on the ground, Basketball Manawatu have done an incredible job thus far running this tournament. Nothing going wrong whatsoever. Touch wood. So far, they've been absolutely nailing this. So referee's happy to have a little corridor. Still, no idea. One of the great modern mysteries who took that time out, as that hasn't gone up on the scoreboard. That's why you've always got to keep your eyes on the action as a commentator, don't you? Because I probably missed something that I should have seen. Short there on the first Alexa Duff. So she had 25 against Napier girls, 25 against Wellington East, 17 against Takapuna Grammar. Was part of the Basketball Otago under-20 team at the Foot Locker Nationals. Still the discussion goes on, that's why there's a little pause here between action as the referee just trying to sort some things out with the score bench. So let's have a look at what's going on in the other games. Hamilton girls out to a 16-point lead over Napier girls.
Napier was a good team to watch. They did go up against, I believe, Manukura. I believe they went up against Manukura, yeah, and beat them by a total of 28 points, I believe.
Dang.
It was a good game to watch.
And then New Plymouth girls down at 21-42 against Tauranga. So both teams back to the benches while we try and sort this out.
Perhaps it is a foul count for the players.
I'm genuinely not too sure.
We can see Westlake coming in from the left side. Now they are a team, that's a team to be reckoned with.
And I say this with all due respect, because I know a few people involved with the Westlake team, but I wonder if they'd like, because they've won back-to-back, right? They've got the target on their back. If they play the, maybe the Darth Vader theme from Star Wars as they come in, become a little bit of a dynasty. Nella Fotu, Tanya Venema.
Just to create that atmosphere around them that they are forced to be reckoned with.
As we have a look there now at Columba College. Just a chance to continue to have a corridor. Of course, plenty of other action. Amazing that we have 2 other courts going at once. Would love to know what the actual issue that is going on. As we have a look at a couple of kids that have come down to watch. And I can't believe they're on devices to keep themselves entertained. There's so much action going on in the court.
It's so sad. Seeing all our younger ones being grown up with all this electronic devices in front of them. There's a beautiful sport playing in front of you, Tamariki Ma.
Maybe they're just on those during the break. Just while we wait for a couple of things to jump back in. So it appears that everything has been resolved, and it is going to be the second shot. It should be for Alexa Duff. Called there from the referee. One shot, the Kurutatuku, and off the tapa, Tūrapa into the hands of Kiki Reti. And still plenty of pressure from Columba. None of that has changed. They like to run up and down the entire game.
Oh, they've picked up a bit of the pace by getting to the opposite side of the court. A lot of more movement going around to try to create some opening spaces here from Epsom. Good step back. Intercepted by Columba though.
Out to the races, Aria Brown just lost handle, and Epsom girls they've come back the other end. 2-on-3 situation. Great wall up from Columba.
Good pass here for Kuru Fifi Toru.
That looked good the whole way, but just a little strong off the tapa. And there's a beautiful jump shot and finish.
A Kuru Peka or Peka Kuru there, just a jump shot. Good way to get past that defense. It will still belong to Epsom, but it will still be Epsom's ball. Kapai, yeah, with the ball, down to Forbes.
Using that baseline runner, but well defended there from Columba. Almost need to set a screen on that last defender. Stop her getting across. Big step through.
Big steps, aye. Reaching over our girl from Epsom there will cause a foul.
As we have another look here on the action replay. And just some teeth caught there. Hopefully, of course, mouth guards are mandatory at this age group. And that is why no one wants a trip to the dentist during a tournament to get some teeth fixed.
Aye, let's just hope that they're under 18 in order to get that free dental care. Because that is something I wish I looked into a lot more at high school, dental care.
Still full court pressure here from Columba. Good catch though from Epsom girls. Chance to bring it up through the middle of the court.
Nice passes here, driving into the key. Gets the Tūrapa there. Bit of a scrimmage in the middle.
Shout out as well to a man who's listening all the way over in Florida, Stevie Cousins, doing a fantastic job for the young rangatihi who want to get over to the US or maybe even play a bit of NBL 1 basketball. Shout out to Stevie. Wish you were here. Always good to catch up for a kōrero, but great to have you listening in. Always a fan of our international listeners. The great man from Wellington. Columba College. Great step through with the left hand and finish. Beautiful finish from Kiana Brown. Just drew the contact. Sadly, he put Hannah Fowler in a position where all she could do was foul. And now it's a 21-point lead. We're having a look here on the action replay. Look at that. Just the roll, step through.
And then one.
Fantastic finish. Strong there on the conversion. It's still 21-point lead here for Columba. Halfway through quarter number 3.
Well done, Forbes, getting into the key. Comes back up for Vout.
Good post up, strong post up spin and kick out Forbes. Step back, Kurufifi Toru. That would have been tough. That would have been on the highlight reel if that had gone in. Here come Columba, still a zone here from Epson girls, 2-3. Straight into the high post, step through. The middle player doesn't step up as much as they would have liked. And
Plus the floater will be a bit long, giving it to Epsom. Forbes with the ball now, just making their way to the centre court. Outside, Kuru Whiwhi for Epsom, and it's clean.
That's what they need if they're going to get themselves back in this game. Plenty more positions like that. And defensive positions where they clean up the rebounds. Charlie Sinclair, great kick out. Kuru Whiwhi, no hesitation. Off the back of the tapa. Who's going to come off? It's going to stay Epsom. Ball managed to keep that one in bounds very athletically.
All right, we'll be giving it to Forbes now. Trying to run it back and do something again, pull something together. Pass into the key.
Foul off the Papamuri.
Unfortunately comes back out.
And here comes Columba again, just trying to run out. And that is why you always sprint to get down the court, so you can get in behind the defense.
Ita kokona.
Columba again, really utilizing their ball fakes and ball movement.
And the float is clean.
Alexa Duff just showing the array of her offensive powers. And she just hits a little floater there from the free throw line.
All right, 20 points ahead now, Columba.
Fowler out of the top of the key, and they hit the shot clock, so it's going to be turnover ball. Still some more teams just floating through.
Is that Hamilton Girls High?
No, it might be Road to Rua Girls. Hamilton Girls are on court at the moment.
All right, Rotorua Girls High coming in.
Out of bounds, and that is going to be Epsom Girls ball. Tell you what, Pukaho, I am looking forward to some kai, some lunch. I missed breakfast this morning. Not intentionally. It was just the canteen wasn't open for me to heat up my oatmeal at the time. So looking forward to some lunch. Maybe I go and explore some of the local cafes. Have you had a chance to get around anything outside of the venue?
Nothing near here, unfortunately. I know my way around some parts of Palmy, just not around this area. Comes off the Papamuri. By fast drives on the left side, making their way around the three-point zone. Unfortunately, the pass will be long, giving it back to Epsom Girls. Give them a chance to make a few more points before the end of our third quarter, with just under 2 minutes left to go. Forbes with the ball.
Looking the ball around. I like that flash there into the high post. Now they can attack. Step through, draws the header. Doesn't drop, but just the execution there. Let them go one-on-one out of the middle. Perfect execution from Taleva. Draws the header. Only the third, though, for Columba College. They've done a very good job with their walling up of keeping it legal at all times. This is the first. Stays a 20-point lead for Columba. Hamilton Girls up 26 over Napier Girls.
Second one's good. Notice a 19-point lead Columba has. Substitutions will be coming in.
Two, 3 zone still here from Epsom Girls. Are we going to see a high post catch? We will. Great offense, and it leads to a two-upper. Again, it can be so much harder to defensively rebound out of a zone.
Beautiful passes here. Using all the time that you can with that stop clock, getting that Kuru Whiwhi.
Lovely offense. The ball has energy, and that energy found its way in the bottom of the hoop. As a carry ball is called. Do I have some kopu for this?
Yeah, tērā. What's the kopu?
No, we don't have one for that call. We will find it, though. Every year, the list grows and grows.
All right, new words are being created every day for Te Ao Māori as new worlds of words are being latched onto Te Ao Māori, so still creating them, still trying to make them make sense. Māori language is so used to the world of transliteration, but now we're trying to create kupu that actually have meaning behind them.
Again, a little bit of pressure there from Columba. Not full on, just trying to slow down the Epsom girls as they bring the ball up the court. And Forbes will draw the hara. She'll go to the line.
First one's good.
Rangitoto girls just kept making their way into the venue as well. And converts both. Back to 20-point game. Epsom girls. You got to say, though, with the shots that they've been creating, if they get hot in the fourth quarter, this game could get very close by the end of it.
And almost gets open for that Whiwhitoru.
Sinclair, a lot of arc on that shot. A little bit strong there off the Papamuri.
It was a great two-upper there from Epson.
And that's what Epsom girls need. Drawing haras without using up any of the clock. And we'll get a couple opportunities. Shoot some free throws.
I believe almost the majority of the games that I've commentated on, I've seen almost every quarter has managed to get our bonus fouls, our free throws from the fouls.
If you're a local business or a business anywhere in Aotearoa and you want to support the bonus, please, there is a golden opportunity right there. You will get plugged a lot. It's going to be the final position here for Columba of this quarter. Almost a double dribble there. Kurewhiwhi Toru, it goes up and is good.
Good. 5 seconds left on the clock. Still moving. Almost goes in.
That could have been an early entry for the half-court shot competition. So three-quarter time here at Columba College, up 55-34 over Epsom girls. For Kaiho, what have they done so well to build out this 21-point lead as this game has kept going?
Definitely capable. Columba College is definitely one of the schools that are capable of closing in on defense inside of the key. That's something I've noticed very often throughout this game. Epson's struggling to get within the key itself unless they have beaten them by speed. But Columba is also getting comfortable with shooting outside of the three-point line, and that's something that Columba girls might have to worry about. Maybe.
As we take a look there at the Epsom girls bench. Still plenty of time, though, for them to get back into this one. In other games, Hamilton girls at three-quarter time as well are up 66-36 to Napier girls. And then on the final court, Tauranga girls 48 and New Plymouth girls 32. Kalamanu Irarangi is commentating her former school, former MVP in 2014.
It's getting quite close to that game, 34-48.
Yeah, doing a good job as they Tauranga step out. Don't forget as well, just to flick through the different YouTube channels, there's 3 to choose from. It doesn't feel that long ago that we only had the show court and all eyes are on here. Now, 3 different courts. BBNZ get their pick of the games that they want in each round. Awesome to see.
Kapai o Kohine are making their way back onto the court for the final quarter of this game. Currently Columba College at 55, Epsom Girls at 34.
So it looks like it's going to be Epsom ball to get us underway here in quarter number 4. 10 minutes to go in this girls' AA action. Last game of full play for either side.
Forbes with the ball.
Tiamo left wide open for the Kuruwhiwhi Toru. Just relaxing though on that one off the tapa. Columba again. So hard to defend how active they've been with their passing.
Right, their passing is definitely really clean and straightforward. Nothing too flashy, honestly, just very good basketball. Gets a rebound, but steals it away, Columba. Forbes is targeting down, sorry.
Good ball movement again. Kuruwhiwhi Toru is on the way. Look good from up here, but is short. And the tūrapa to Epsom Girls.
Trying to find that before steal, that opposite side of the court, sorry.
And just the way that it's being defended, they need to try and find some space in the corners with that extra pass. That's where the space is going to be, either for the open Kuruwhiwhi Torus, or as well if they want driving opportunities from there.
Tautoko e ngā kōrero. Menui ake ngā nekehanga o te tima o Epsom. Just a little bit more movement from our girls will allow those openings, those paths to open up to the basket itself. Nice fast passes. We'll get off the tapa, but we'll give it back to Epsom.
Doing a good job though defensively thus far in this quarter, Epsom Girls. There's two things they need to do. One, they need to put the ball in the hoop as quickly as they possibly can, and secondly, they've got to get as many stops as they can. They need minimum 22 points to take the lead in this one. So that's got to be offense and defense that they create that. Columba again, wide open spaces. Kuruwhiwhi Toru is short once more, fight for it.
Keeps the ball alive, but it will go to Columba for a nice layup. Unfortunately, gets back out and will be ka hoki atu kia rātou ko Epsom.
Got away with one there. Columba had a wide open layup. I remember something I always got yelled at for school by my coach if I saved the ball under the hoop, giving teams other opportunities. Not always the smartest thing.
Good pass. Clean pass right outside the key. Eva steps in. Lovely layup there from Miss Talia Vea.
19 points now. How close can they get Epsom Girls? No hara there. And a great tūrapa from Talia Vea.
To Forbes. Good cut there.
Oh, what a dime.
Fortunately, the execution.
They're getting good looks though.
Aye. They're definitely trying to get back into their group on this last quarter. Comes off the backboard. The tūrapa gets stolen back from Columba College. Beautiful movement with the ball. Can they get the tūrapa?
Oh, what a steal. And almost an alley-oop pass as a hara is called, and it's actually going to be Epsom Girls. 3 minutes gone. Columba still haven't scored in this one, despite being the brighter of the two thus far offensively. Good work on the defensive end from Epsom Girls.
Vea now being our main ball carrier into the corner. Back to Vea. The Kuruwhiwhi Toru pea. Aye, there it is.
And you wonder how long, if this continues, does Columba College go until they call a timeout? As they stay Columba ball. Thinking about it. thinking about it. It won't take it. Columba ball, little cross screens into the traffic. Duff with a tough shot off the tupper, and again, here come Epson girls. The bench is animated.
Definitely cheering on their fellow teammates, getting in there. Unfortunately, loses the touch there.
Smart from Columba. Thought about the kick ahead there. Now just going to calm things down.
Yes, they're definitely getting down the court slowly, just patiently waiting for their teammates to arrive. Big steps will go in.
And much needed relief there for Columba. Just trying to snuff out this Epsom girls rally. 6 minutes to play.
Good passes. Forbes, Hekuru Whiwhitoru.
That would have been huge if John Forbes could have converted that one. As it is, away come Columba. Oh, great give and go.
Cut pass there, unfortunately.
I love the decision making though. Execution we can always work on.
Forbes Atavea into the corner. Drives in.
Hutter's called.
That'll be the second foul for Columba College. Well, timeout has also been called by Columba, perhaps. It seems as though...
I think it's as though it's Epsom girls, unless they've re-added that first one that was taken. But it looks as though it is Epsom girls. So, don't forget, of course, 2 other courts are going at the moment. Hamilton girls up against Napier. Hamilton girls up 29 in that one. And then Tauranga up 55-37. That game's going to take a little bit longer. It's still 6 minutes to go in the third quarter.
Oh, wow.
So once these 2 games are done, if you want a game to flick over to, then court 3 is the one to go to. Epsom girls, Pukaiho, is there anything you think that has changed, or is it just
energy?
Loving the energy, keep the aggressiveness, and the ball's going to go on the hoop eventually?
Koina te mea nui. You know, it is all about your mindset, and by keeping your mindset nice and positive, that's from the support of your coach, of your team, and also just those that are on the court and the whānau, that alone can just change the entire outcome of a game. Just your perspective on it. You see the points there, 39-57. Engari rā kia rātou, they're just here to play their sport now. They're here and they want to get as many points as they can. All that good laughter, that good high energy. Koina te mea nui. So we have Miss Talia on the free throw line. First one is good. 17 points.
Over 40 now for Epsom girls.
And Columba will get the 2 rapa rushing down the courts. Managed to gain control of the ball though. Outside. Beautiful passes, good basketball being played.
Good close out there from Epsom girls. Managing to read the passing well. Can they cut back this lead once again? Forbes thought she was going to pull the trigger on that one. Decides to go to the hoop. To the corner. Kuru Whiwhitoru is short. And watch for Columba College. Are they going to run out here? Yes, they will.
Good pass there into the key. Unfortunately, loses the grip on it. Beautiful rebound. Hetsura Papai Norvea. Gets the rebound yet again, puts it up. And we'll get the 2 shots yet again. Miss Talia. Good to draw these fouls, especially on the last few minutes of our game. See if they can score back some cheeky points from some nice kurutautuku.
Well, they're definitely getting the opportunities that they desire to bring this game back. But the key thing is if they're going to draw the hutters and it's not going to be and ones, you've got to convert the 3 throws. And just like that, look at that. Little half-court trap here as well from Epsom girls. And the hutter is called on Kiara Tiamo. in the backcourt, so shot clock will stay at 19. No, I'm wrong. It should be 24. Sinclair in the high post.
Good push in just for the outside.
And the hurrah is called, and that is a bit of a backbreaker there for Epsom girls. Alexa Duff once again. We don't have the live stats, but I would assume she has done the lion's share of point scoring in this game, as I curse her once again. Not the first curse I've put on someone this tournament, won't be the last.
God boy, here we are. Nice, makes it in.
2 out of 3 ain't bad. 18-point lead, 4.5 to play. Final pool game for either side.
There, Wu trying to make herself known in the key. Nice little tip there. And unfortunately, there will be a bit of a foul.
Another hurrah. That's hurrah number 4 now on Epsom girls.
I believe that is number 5 for Miss. I don't know, I'm just trying to see our number. Miss Millie. Oh, that's Epsom. I don't know, Miss Riti. Her 5th foul this game.
Always appreciate the aggression though.
Great screen into a jump shot. Just flies back out. Great aggression there from our girls from Columba. The game is not finished yet.
They're getting very good shots though, Columba, as they go deeper into this tournament. You've got to think they'd be quite happy with what they are picking up.
Lovely steal there from Columba. Into the deep. Puts it back out. And there it is, those beautiful passes, just creating a slight opening, but it will be a double dribble call.
Even though that position didn't end up in anything, if you're writing an instruction manual on how to move the ball against the zone defense, watch Columba College. They do a fantastic job.
Good way to switch in defense. Loses control of the ball. 2 versus 1. But they make it back, and it will be a full block, giving it to Columba. Just over 3 minutes on the clock.
And we're going to see a timeout taken here from Epsom girls. That's going to be their second of the second half. Don't forget, of course, there is one more game on the live stream after this one. There's still 4 more tonight, but in terms of straight after this, it will be Tauranga boys up against St Andrews of Christchurch. Maya Williamson and Kayla Manu Irarangi will be bringing you that one. Of course, 2 games as well on court 4. Hamilton girls up against Napier, and then on court 3, New Plymouth up against Tauranga, who have just opened up a 22-point lead. That is in the girls' AA. Just about ready to get underway for the final 3 minutes. Thank you, of course, to Bailey's, New Zealand Carbon Farming, Lion Foundation, Apollo Projects, our principal sponsor, Foot Locker, and of course all the BB&Z staff as well. I can see them working very hard, as Kuruwhiwhi Toru is long in the office up there. making sure everything runs smoothly. Done a superb job thus far in the tournament.
Open three.
Long again. Out come Epson girls. Is there still enough time for them to conjure some magic?
There's enough time for that one. Great energy coming from our bench of Epson. Arohomai.
Epson?
Yes.
Here we go, we got there in the end. Good ball movement once again from Columba, kicking it to the corner.
Step back.
Oh, wow. That would have been tough.
It was a good arc on that shot though. Just unfortunately getting a bit long. Gets the tūrapa. Great way of getting away from that defender.
Away come Epson girls. 2-3 zone still here.
In the corner to Forbes.
See, that's what they need. They need that screen as travel is called. And a little warning given there to Drawn Forbes, as we can see Hamilton Boys High School just warming up in the background. And they finally realise that they are on screen. It's the joys of that little swivel can. Producer Rich is always watching if you're in vicinity of the court. Great ball movement once again. Kuruwhiwhi Toru is short.
Talia good with the rebounds. Forbes making her way down.
Happy to work things around Epsom into the corner. And it's that back screen that they probably needed a little bit earlier in the game just to free up that offensive player in the corner. 90 seconds now to go here.
Back out. Just passing it around for an opening. 12 seconds left on the shot clock. Gonna find her way in. Good posts. Couldn't make her way though. Floats it in. Gets the tūrapa there. Just a minute and 14 seconds left on the clock. Miss Talia. Back to Columba.
Are they going to keep running out? Yes, they will. Still plenty of energy in the legs as Alexa Duff converts and gets Columba over 60 points. If my memory serves me right, they were on 55 at three-quarter time. So it's been a little bit of a quieter fourth quarter for them, but they've done such a good job through the first three quarters of this game to open it up that in the end it's not something they were required to continue with. Tip ball, kept in bounds. Kuruwhiwhi Toru is up.
And there's the bank off the Papamuri. Beautiful bank shot there from our girls at Epsom.
A bit impressed with Epsom though. They haven't given up at all. They've kept working to find things that are going to give them success in this game.
Into the corner, Kuruwhiwhi Toru. It will be a bit short. Gets the tūrapa as well.
Forbes just letting us run out. The clock can't start until it's touched. And then it unfortunately just lost control of it as she tried to grab it. Great kick pass to the other side.
After Talia is going to try and make her way in. Outside, the Kuruwhiwhi Toru just comes out of the rim, puts it back up yet again. And that'll be the end of our game here on the main court.
Thank you everyone for joining us here for Girls AA action. Columba College taking down Epsom Girls 61-46. We're going to take a break on the show court, but we're going to be back on this one at 5:45, and it is an absolute heavyweight matchup with Waimea College taking on Rosmini College. Kayla Manu Irirangi and Miles Pearce will bring you that one. Until that time, go get some lunch, go see some sunshine. It's a beautiful day. Go have a kōrero with your whānau, and we will catch you very shortly.
This isn't an ad about four-wheel drives. It's about knowing the place, as well as the locals.
You found the place. That's a good start. Built by my great-grandfather 20 years ago.
Randy, are you ready?
Yeah. Permission to board. Push, push, push.
Giving up is not an option.
You could just feel the weight away.
Oh my God! I could see myself here on a beautiful sunny day, doing some mad manus in there. Let's go.
No special karakia to speed the process.
Make Māori Plus your mate. Download the app today.
Funding is a real challenge. We know that a lot of schools face that ongoing, and the reality is if you go to a lower decile school in New Zealand, you are less likely to be able to afford to participate in sport.
Obviously, having come through it myself with kids and being one of those kids myself who played sport, I know how much it defined who I was. And now being able to go, I can't fix it all, but we can help and try and give to those people who are going through a tough time. It's a real privilege, but you know, for us, we want to see others get involved with it. This is not a selfish thing for Apollo. This is about how can we get, whether it's construction or other businesses, to get involved in this.
There's a lot of things that kids miss out on, and so to have businesses step up and want to be involved and to help is a game changer for schools. It really is.
E tiro aroha nau ki ngā mahi toi katoa, ngā mahi auaha. He pōrangi mātai.
Toi tū te rangi, toi tū te whenua, toi tū te reo Māori, toi ata ki te ao.
At Apollo Projects, we create better outcomes because we never make any assumptions. Take this for example. This wine turret doesn't look very well designed. So we called the tank manufacturer to check. We asked, why is the turret away from the side of the tank? They said, because it's always been that way. So we had to think. What if the turret was next to the catwalk? Sounds good. So that's what we did. Now the wine turret is better designed, better value, easier to use, and safer. I think that deserves a toast. Apollo Projects. No assumptions, better outcomes.
I've got no skeleton, got nothing to hide.
He's a great stirrer. It's trepidation, anticipation.
She's a game changer.
Come celebrate the stories of our Māori heroes. Whakanuia.
Lots of celebrations, so many laughs. It's going to be amazing.
I'm a bit of a fan. Tough.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to hearing the stories from the St. Joe's days.
Oh, she is the sweetest person and also one of the most scary people I've ever met. Yeah.
Uncle? He's the man.
The biggest fan base is 50-plus-year-old Pākehā woman.
No. That's not true. Bring it on.
Whakanuia. Te whakapāhoa ki ana ki whakaata Māori me Māori Plus.
This is an opportunity that we can't pass on.